YouTube will both connect. And let me close that door. Give me a second. There we go. We are live on both Twitch and YouTube. Oh, need to edit the YouTube link so it has the right title. Nope. A happy family reunion. Definitely no sarcasm in that at all. Hong's family is totally well adjusted and not horribly abusive. Okay, there we go. Now, grab the YouTube link. YouTube. Then, well, pick up my channel. Grab this. There we go. Replace the YouTube link with it. Okay. One and two. Perfection. Right, making sure that's the right link. Open that back up. That is the wrong link. Fuck. That is the wrong YouTube link. Where's Golden Screen? Here we are. Go rid of that. Go back to here. Edit. Replace this YouTube link. Okay. And then edit. Replace the YouTube link. There we go. Okay. And now we are ready. Hopefully, at least. Everything's set up. Wait for people to show up. Oh god, Dawn, you're so goddamn adorable. Also, picked up Ryoshi's Your Div identity in order to do more efficient farming on the event. Because I want these goddamn rewards. Fuck that time killing time. Should I grab Hubert? Should I grab Hubert? Hubert is amusing. That's his name, right? Yeah. Oh, Herbert, not Hubert. Okay. Neat. Hi, Zan. You're visible in Twitch chat for now. Still, no goddamn idea what causes that, but you're here. Do 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 do. Once. Two. Yeah. There we are. Yeet. Yatta. I have acquired a new Ryoshu identity via the event. District 20 Your Div Ryoshu. Tremor identity, it looks like. But for the meantime, I'll readjust back to my A team. Here you all are. All ready for damage. Actually, do I have enough to get you up to level 5? No, I definitely don't. I see those tickets missing. Not even close. Okay. I was kind of hoping I did. Whatever. I would like to have replaced Bathe Lineage Yi Song, because he isn't that great of an identity, like, at all. He has terrible clashing, just in general. I could get him to up by 4. Yeah, so how y'all doing? I have been doing the event. It's a rerun of this Intervallo with rewards. Like, well, announcer, effect, whatever these are called, I forgot what they're called. And just rolls. The rolls are the more important part. And XP vouchers. But that's not what we're doing. That's not what we're here for today. Today we are here for Canto 8, The Surrendered Witnessing. Yeah. God, this music is very good. Yeah. Also, shocker news. Honglu's family is the stereotypically only concerned with their child's success, not with the child's emotional states. Even though Honglu always seems to be in good emotional states, it's very obviously he is not. Detectives are another kink of yours. Oh my god. You have many of those. There's hero, there's fae, there's detective. All I need to do is just make a combo character of all those. And just knock you flat. Well, also probably need a good, decent personality too. That is important, just in general. No. Love this music. It's so goddamn good. And I guess we'll start now. We've reached the 5-minute mark, so welcome. It's time to continue Kanto 8 and learn more about what the hell is wrong with Honglu. Because there's definitely something. We know that much. Well, he's a sinner. Of course there's something wrong with him. I thought the sinners were doomed to chew uncomfortably through this incredibly awkward meal. But Jiamu and her retinue of Heishos left the banquet hall quite promptly after their exchange. It was as though they had no more reason to remain here. It is odd that they should inquire Honglu of his departure plans on the very welcoming of his return. Right? One moment it appears that they really care about him, then... The appearance of that care for one's own child was also quite distinct and unusual compared to the typical display of emotion and intimacy expressed in average households. Go off, Marcel. Hey, Baoyu! That's when an unfamiliar chipper voice hopped jovially into our conversation. Why don't you come see me first? I've been staying in the same building ever since you departed here, you know? Oh no. Hello. Zhu Baochai. Different family. Uh-huh. Big sister Zhu Baochai. It's been so long. You've come all the way to my welcoming banquet to fill a seat. I appreciate that. Had I known you'd be coming home today, Baoyu, I would have summoned everyone I could for my family to see you, too. Big Bro's Pan's really been itching to know how you've been doing. Big Bro Pan. Okay. Yakuza cop, detective, spy, lawyer, anything along that kind of spectrum gets you. So, what's her name? The rat from ZZZ slays you. Yeah, sure he was. Zichun, who'd been sitting in complete silence for the entire banquet, muttered quietly to herself. She sounds very bitter. Who else have you greeted since you arrived today, Baoyu? My parents and Jiamu. Really? So I'm your first then? Okay, that feels like it's on purpose. She made a cheerful remark before leaning close up to his eye. Your jade is always so glimmering pristine, Baoyu. Oh, okay. She's drawn attention to his eye. We've noticed it's been there, and in the Dream of the Red Chamber, his source text, it's a reminder of the fact that he was once a rock, like, from the heavens, and that's what the jade has become. So it's a signifier of his excellence, but it seems weird today. Jane Doe from ZZZ. Yeah, Jane Doe. The rat. Yeah, Jane Doe, ZZZ. She is, just look up her, like, character demo, or something like that, and you'll get what I mean. Look! I made myself a necklace in the same color as your eye, and wore it every single day to constantly remind myself of you. Well, do you see it? Okay. Oh, you have. Thank you for remembering me. Ahem. So, are you gonna introduce us to us, or? Hey, why couldn't we just let that nice reunion play out? Man. Ro just stepped forward, unable to stand the curiosity. She wants to know. Oh, she's... Hi, I'm Baochai. Baochai of the Zhu family. I have a very profound relationship with dear Baoyu here. a very profound relationship? He's my betrothed, and I to him. I say that's pretty profound. Hong Lu has a fiance? What? Wait, what? Where did that's fucking... Where did that come from? Okay. Apparently Hong Lu is... I didn't expect that at all. He is my betrothed, and I to him. I say that's pretty profound. Roja and Heathcliff are having our same reaction. What? It's nothing to be surprised about. These profound relationships can be established with effortlessly in simple exchange of agreements between our elders. I think he did. Yeah, let me bring back the text. Yeah, he said she said he's her betrothed. And let me go back up to where they introduced. He did call her Big Sis. He did call her Big Sis. But they're from different families. We know that. Hong Lu's from the Jia family and she's from the Zhu family. But why do they call her... Maybe it's like a formal thing? Where like, it's like how the Japanese has the thing where you call someone big, like big sister or big brother and because of their seniority? And just translated weirdly? I'm not certain, though. Otherwise, it's just incest fetish. And if it's incest fetish, go wild. Hey! You could at least given us a hint! But I won't be married until I leave Lima's company, though. Oh? Is it part of your contract that you won't be married? I just thought that it wasn't relevant enough to share. So, sorry about overhearing earlier, but you guys are Baoyu's friends, right? The Xana's freaking out. I've been so curious to hear what kind of life Baoyu has lived out there. Care to share some tales of your journey with me? The Xana dies. Nature is as it should be. Don't have stories for kids. Shoo. Aw, why? But I love stories about bloodshed. One of Big Sis Baochai's pastimes was curating creepy stories of urban legends. What? One of her pastimes was making up urban legends and spreading them throughout the streets? That's one hell of a pastime. Then maybe I'll share some. Wow! What about everyone else? I love adventure stories! Be careful what you wish for. You might just get it. Also, I just love the ominous figure in the background. She has been summoned! I beseech thee to find a seat. I shall now regale thee with a tale in which an adventure of my most wondrous valor unfolds. Brace thyself, for this particular olden and terrifying tale features a big scary bear looking at a... Oh my god. Is she... God, I still can't forget that Heathcliff died to the big scary bear made of cardboard. If you're finished with your meals, why don't we all back to our residences? You're so angry again, Zichun. Last I heard, you lost much of your followers in a large battle, didn't you? I'm so sorry. I used more than 3 handkerchiefs wiped my tear away upon hearing that news. Okay, she might be being honest, but that feels like it's a taunt. Like, just the way she says that feels like a taunt. So, the Zhu family's heard of it too, huh? You're not wrong. That's irrelevant to what I've brought to the family hierarch war. Always a big fan of your confidence, Zichun. It's a good look, you know. Oh, that reminds me. Better watch your back, Big Sis Baochai. Looks like Big Brother Baoyu's learned how to sink a knife into your back with that same carefree smile. Yeah, it's the only expression he ever makes, that smile, so... Oh? Oh? What do you mean by you knifing people in the back?
Uh-huh. I just had a small falling out with Zichun, that's all. Aha! Zichun must have been trying to get you into her side, huh? Yeah, no wonder she wanted you to be on her team. Value's always excelled at whatever he does without stressing out or losing that happy smile.
Okay, so Honglu is apparently absurdly talented, which we can get from his just his up ties and stuff like that, because he's generally, well, number one, always happy, unless it's the Kurokumo and the R-Corp Rabbit. And number two, he seems to always have a connection with his family. So, also, a bit of gameplay story segregation here. Do you want to know something interesting about every single one of Honglu's identities? Not a single one of them is bad. Like, other sinners have, like, yeah, this is the absolute worst identity. All of Honglu's identities are good in one way or another. None of them are just purely bad.
It just kind of worked out that way. Yes, he can be a bit irritating like that, huh? Such kind people, though, rare, do exist. Oh, that reminds me, did you, by any chance, run into Big Brother Q?
Oh, I think so. If that's the dude who killed the small yapping dog.
I haven't, but they have. That's good.
She's intimidated by him. Yeah, Baochai seems kind of fake. That's what I have to say about her. She placed her hand over her chest as though she'd just survived an incredibly dangerous accident, before eyeing us anxiously.
So, what happened? I do know he was trying to ally with Shi Yuha.
He died.
I mean, it didn't seem like anyone else was viewing that as alliance other than Shui Hia himself, but...
Yeah, she was not very good at this. It must have been a pretty open secret amongst the clan of this that Jia Q was trying to ally, quotation marks, with Shi Yuha.
They cut Big Brother's Yuha's head off when he was out with us. Oh my! Horizontally or vertically?
She's... Okay, so I think her love of bloodshed isn't fake, because the instant she heard, yeah, he cut off one of the people we know's heads, she said, oh, that's really cool. Which type? How'd you do it? Which way? How much pain was he in?
Horizontally. This is his third time, huh? Yihua's really incorrigible. He never wants to zip it and shit down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the life insurance.
Well, Big Brother Kui, I had a feeling that he'd be here when the family hierarchy war begins. Everyone in Daguan's heard that creepy song from the back streets, you know. Gosh, things get so awkward and hostile here at Daguan every time there's any mention of him. Well, I guess it's fortunate that he won't be coming after me once the competition begins.
Oh? Why?
And why is that? Because I'm simply too charming and adorable to kill outright, of course.
Otis does not buy it.
Besides, whatever Big Brother's Kui's goals are, they probably have nothing to do with the Zhu family.
And everything to do with the Jia family. Just basic media literacy.
I can see that.
Baochai took a step towards Honglu and leaned in close to his face. There she is, she's hiding behind his hair.
You smell my fragrance still, Bao Yu? You have never reeked, Big Sis Baochai? Bao Yu, I've always been, and will always be, residing at Heng Yuan, Ginger Plant Court. Promise to pay me a visit before you leave.
With that, she gracefully walked out of the room.
Well, how about we also start heading back? This place can get pretty dark around high hour.
8 o'clock.
You?
Why'd you leave? Heathcliff is projecting because he left because of Catherine, who he was in love with, said something he misinterpreted. And he is projecting that at the Honglu. Because Honglu also seems to have someone who is, well, I guess he's romantically involved with. Shihiva's like, I left because I thought she didn't actually care for me. Why you? Why'd you leave?
She's the childhood friend. I call her Big Sis, and she's older than me.
Okay, yeah, we're confirmed. It's not a actual thing. It's just the title.
It's just something we do here when one friend's a bit older. She's also one of the very few in Dagyuan who was nice to me.
Oh? So, where should we head to next?
Ah, good question. Just by going by the scale of everything in here, it should be safe to expect something real ritzy, right? Ah, you're my guest, so you should be able to stay at my building within Dagyuan. It's within walking distance from here. We should be there in no time, even on foot.
Time to walk to Honglu's building, because this family is absurdly rich. It's a fight. Yi Huangyang. Ooh! We get pocket watches for doing the story? Oh, don't mind if I do. Okay, so we want Otis, Mao, Labat, Wei, Hekwad, Blade Lineage. Oh, we're deploying 7 per battle now. That's new. So, actually, I want to see if Honglu has any special effects yet. Because in Heathcliff, you know he had the bereaved status effect. That made him weaker after a certain point. I'm not sure about Honglu. Oh, it's the event currency.
Ta-da! Here we are.
This is Honglu's building just for himself?
That was a pretty long rock. Still technically within walking distance, but... This place is called Yi Huangyang,
Joyous Red Court.
This room was made from the most aromatic flower tree within H-Corp. Try taking a deep breath, and... you can smell the lovely fragrance of flower aroma spreading from the very tip of your nose. It's unique to this building. Ah, very much so. It is an unseen invisible thing, yet it retains much of its pleasant redolence.
This place is, huge, too. You've been living here alone all along?
Yes. I was told to stay in a larger room, but I preferred this place more.
Oh? It has been long, young master. Zyren reporting. Dagyuan, Zyren.
Oh, hey, she... have you been well, Zyren?
Yes, I am as I always have been. Zyren watched us emotionlessly as a rowdy crowd poured into the yard. Her expression did not change even when she saw Honglu, who presumably hadn't been home in quite some time. Are the young master's guests? I will guide them to their room. Please follow me.
Now that we're here, I've got to pay a visit somewhere. I'll be back soon, though. To where's Tuni? And also accompany the... it's okay. Just on my way to say hello and pay my respects to the elders. So it'll be better if I go there alone.
The elders. Okay, we don't know who they are.
This way. Well, I guess I could say this about every operation, but... the weight of our mission doesn't really sink in until we're actually there.
No, but Zichun has had a cat fight with Honglu's betrothed. And also, apparently, Honglu is betrothed. That's news.
You're talking about the family hierarch war, right? Yeah. The other candidates have been preparing this for years, but we have what? An overnight? I don't know. I'm a procrastinate until the last minute kind of gal, so I'm pretty sure we got a handle on this.
Fucking same, Roja. This is not the first instance in which you're demanded to work through a task in an unfavorable, inequitable situation.
Why does it matter? Our goal
isn't to claim the throne of the family hierarch anyway. Yes, we have the Dante. A few hours ago. There's Saud! She's back.
Well, isn't it such a relief that our goal isn't to come first place in the family hierarch war? Oh, does that mean to say that we need to be the first? Yeah, obviously. Why would we want a sinner to become the head of H-Corp? Would it not provide a much more reliable means of control to plant an individual of this company at the highest seat of a wing, instead of letting an unaffiliated individual assume it? There's a lot more going on behind the scenes, guys. Besides, LCB still has much left to do as the LCB. Then, would I be right to assume this isn't a winner-take-all kind of situation here? Do other candidates get something for participating, too? Anyone who places within the top 10 will gain the right to take one item of their choice from the family treasury. Of course, the one who places the highest goes first. But we're going to have to come in at least second place in order to ensure that we'd obtain the item we're looking for. The golden bow. Oi, no, that's weirdly insulting. Sawed it, why don't we just shoot for the top anyway? Your confidence seems to have gone through the roof since our last operation together. Well, we had to go through a lot of crazy stuff. Yeah, you ever seen the Wild Hunt? Fucking crazy. Also the whales. Whales are weird. Anyways, care to guess what's deep inside Hong Yon's gargantuan treasury? A golden bow. The golden bow. Right on! Buried in the middle of all kinds of other treasures, along with any knowledge of its true value. So, Faust, what did Manager Saj share with you as a strategy for the first round? The menacing Don Quixote the Elder. You know Bari. It definitely feels like Bari kind of took on a mother figure approach to the Don Quixote the Younger. So I'm entirely open to shipping the Elder and Bari. Because just like fucking a duel for 3 days and 3 nights and then in a tie, there's nothing more romantic than that. I very much wish to know that as well, for a suggestion of mutual understanding seems to exist exclusively betwixt Miss Faust and Saud. I'm pretty sure the Elder can fem themselves if they wish. Don Quixote seems to have it also would fit because shapeshifting, but just the Elder's Don Quixote the Elder, or I'm just gonna call him Don, and then the mini one Don Kui. Don seems to have, well, hopefully, I'm guessing they had shapeshifter is somewhat like shapeshifting capabilities, but I'm not certain. Because like it fits for vampires to have that, but that might just be a different strain of the Blood Fiend virus. The first round of the hierarchy evaluation tests what the descendants have prepared and brought for the elders of Huang Yuan. What? The descendants have prepared, huh? So this must be what Jia Jishun's been referring to this whole time. Don Quixote the Elder, were you here for Canto 7? Basically, Don Quixote, the one we have, her true name is Sancho, the Sancho to her father, Don Quixote, the first Blood Fiend. The first kindred of the La Mancha lineage. She took upon his name when she lost her own. Yeah, he is very strong, and the only reason we beat him is because Don Quixote was completely unrestrained and fighting on our side, and he was heavily nerfed by the golden bow and the weird helmet. If it wasn't for all of those nerfs on him, the fact he wasn't fighting us seriously, well, probably wasn't fighting us seriously because Don Quixote was fighting on our side, and Don Quixote was fighting with us, we would have lost without even a single chance. Yeah, and he was starving. Oh, this is your first Canto proper. Okay. This is what GSE-Tune's been referring to all this time. Also, Dante's here! Yay! Yes. To be free from age and death. Immortality. Okay, so what the family hierarchy candidates bring is a method of immortality. Is that what they want? I mean, we have, by technicality, Dante is one. Yeah, cultivators. Fucking cultivators. H-Corp seems to be the cultivator place, because boluses just seem like cultivation pills, like just entirely side effects and all. So this feels like the Zanzia Canto. And I guess a method of immortality. Would Dante's revival count as that? Because that might be what we brought. Each candidate is to present an answer before the judge to demonstrate their idea of true immortality. Right, so what's the answer to true immortality then?
Dante asking the question right out of the gate.
Not even Faust can answer that. Then what are we even doing here? But we may be able to demonstrate a facsimile of immortality, or at least pretend as though we are close to the answer. Given that they are the ones who are seeking that very answer, they will not disqualify us, Hong Lu to be exact, from the competition. I see. They will cling on to whatever clue they get their hands on, so we'll be using that desperation. Precisely. Important looking old bat Jiamu favors him, don't she? Maybe we should give him bonus points or something. Oh. So that's what we'll be using Hong Lu for. That is... yes, you're right. It is my turn to be used. Whoa! When did you get back? Yeah. The bolus, I don't know too much about them. They seem to be like a different method of healing, but they don't revert back to a prior state. They just heal and like add on more flesh. So that's how they side effects. They're worse than K-Corp at healing, but are more affordable for minor stuff. They're the alchemy district, basically. Hong Lu nonchalantly chimed into the conversation, having slipped in between us unnoticed. And also, for the Hay Show, I have theories on what they are. I'm currently thinking human-animal hybrid some way, like in the way of R-Corp, but more literal. So, like, the Mao are like part rabbit, that's why they're so fast. Well, part weird rabbit, or city rabbit, because, well, of course the city would have a killer rabbit. Then we saw a snake lineage. We didn't actually see them like personally, but we saw them try to kill Shi Yuhua. Then there was, I think the rooster ones were the ones surrounding Jia Mu. They were her bodyguards because they seemed rooster themed, like the red, the coloring. Hong Lu nonchalantly chimed into the conversation, having slipped in between us unnoticed. Hey, you're back pretty soon, huh? Unfortunately, what Otis just said could sound quite crass depending on how you cut it. Hong Lu, you don't have to. Don't mind what she just said. But why would I mind it? My use is to be a ticket to participate in the Hierarch War, the only option for obtaining the Golden Bow in H-Corp. She didn't say anything wrong. Yeah, but it's kind of rude to reduce someone down to that. Your use. Well, if you'll be using me, hopefully this will lead to an outcome we can all be happy with. Yeah, Hong Lu is, not subtly, slightly suicidal, and doesn't have much self-worth, but he does seem to be, like, overwhelmingly kind in the way he does it. Because, like, back in Kanto 3, he was the first one to speak up to Saud when she was on her deathbed and thinking and hoping that Effie had lived. Hoping, like, desperately that Effie had lived. Hong Lu immediately spoke up when everyone else was silent to just say that, whatchamacallit. Just say, yeah, Effie's fine. You can die in peace. Yeah, each pack is supposed to represent one of the Chinese Zodiac. I noticed that. Because just the Mao and the roosters, I know. Bunny or hare. Also, hi Violin. Welcome on YouTube chat. We have people in both now. Verily, such an outcome would be best. Yet, young Zichun has already exhaled with great gusto out of her nostrils, both turning from a party where our eyes met. Don Quixote is sad. Her Yuri is going badly. Well, Zichun. Hong Lu's eyes twinkled briefly, as though he was shifting into a dream. I didn't think it was possible for me to be friends with Zichun again. That is you actually look sad. Like, somewhat. That is a new expression that I've noticed, instead of your usual joy. Yeah, and it's a pity you can't join on Twitch, Violin. We're back to not being on speaking terms again, but it was as though I'd gone back in time, back to when we were both children. But we can't go back to the past. The past is the past. Move forward inexorably. What did you say? Are you drunk or something? Did you really just say that to me? Oh, what a stupid thing of me to ask. You've never been drunk in your life. Your mind's always been so damn clear. None of this matters to you, does it? Even when I get angry at you, when I shout at you like this, none of it gets to you, does it? Also, that isn't a new sprite. They just made her shorter to initiate in the past. They just made her shorter. They didn't add a new sprite or anything. Just what happened to you that day? How can someone become so... gem of the Jia family. Jia Baoyu. Ji-chun, forget it. I don't care. Do whatever you want to do. It's my fault for expecting to have at least one normal sibling in this messed up family. In that memory, Hong Lu was wearing a quiet smile even before her hushed anger. But don't you want to be friends with her again? At the end of all things, these connections between people, they're just moments, ephemeral things. So, what I want doesn't matter. Hong Lu, a sinner so aloof, so detached that it feels as though he's always floating through the clouds. I once thought that was just the kind of guy he was. Someone who just happened to be above everything that's happened around us, instead of just another messed up person with messed up problems of their own, just like the rest of the sinners. But slowly and gradually, I had begun to realize that there was something off about him underneath that service. Back in Intervalo Time-Killing Time, where he was threatened with 10,000 years passing in an instant, and he would never know anything had happened to everyone he loved. And his response to that being threatened was, that might be interesting. It might be interesting to feel like it would be to watch everyone I love die. Or something like that. I think it was just actually, it would be interesting to feel like what it would be to die for real. He is fucked up in like some very subtle way that you don't realize until you start thinking about it. Hong Lu, about participating in the family hierarchy war. Do you really not feel anything about it? Have you completely excluded yourself from it? I don't, and I have. It's just the way things worked out, right? Executive Manager, it is true that his value judgment will have no tangible influence in this company's direction. Faust is in agreement. Sinners do not have the right to refuse their missions. That may be true, yet I find it unnecessary to turn away and neglect the suffering conditions of their hearts, stemming from the obligations that turn to their missions. Conditions of our hearts, but perhaps unnecessarily peering into them is how we beget suffering. What manner of... For Yi saying, that is like, what the hell is up with you? Back then, when I lived here in Dongguan, so many choices passed before my eyes. Should I kill that child who was from a different family? Should I even survive? Should I walk past that dying boy? Should I stop to help him? When they were first presented to me, I tried to make a choice. But it didn't take that long before me to realize that my choices meant nothing. So I decided not to choose at all. And that's me, as I am now. There were so many wondrous things about joining Limbus Company, but I think my favorite part of the experience was that I was never given a choice. That's fucked up, man. That's definitely kind of weird. Oh? Looks like things have gotten weirdly quiet around here. That was enough discussion of private matters. There's much ground for us to cover. Yeah, Ishmael's just like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah, Ishmael had a whole canto about how like blindly obsessing over a single choice is bad. And now she's seeing the exact opposite end of, why would I ever make a choice? And she's like, what the fuck? Let us begin by discussing our plan for the first round. Is it gonna fade to black? It fades to black! Okay, the plan's gonna work. The next morning. There's still some time until we have to leave. What may be the purpose of these scarecrows? The veiled nocturnal shadows they were yesternight. I offer hugs, Zan. Or voices, whichever you prefer. I think those are training dummies, because Honglu showed earlier in the canto that he's apparently really fucking skilled at fighting. Oh wow, they're still here! Yeah, Dawn's canto slapped you in the face repeatedly. I think all of Dawn's canto things are up, so if you want to watch those, all the VODs are up for you. There are training courts next to every building where the children of this place live. Here, every child of walking, running age all get to play with these dummies. Play. Early education is important. Yet how does one play with these dummies? It appears that this dummy is adorned with its most dashing piece of fashion for its head. That's the first dummy I received when I was 7. You received a training dummy when you were 7? Back then, I thought even dummies could feel pain when struck. Such was the blissful rumination of all those who were once children. So, is it like tradition for kids born here to formally learn how to fight? Roja is surprised. Oh, not exactly. Oh, little kids. Oh, and looks like this little boy is Honglu's little brother. Whoa, so this is what Grandma gifted you, big bro? Yep. I don't know how it works, though. It must be a $1 effigy for dress up. Oh, perhaps you could adorn it with some trinkets. I offer you hugs, Violin. You are stuck in the YouTube chat. Maybe it's got like a guardian spirit that protects your house, big bro, by you. Oh boy. Here, let me show you how it's done. Why'd you punch Grandma Gift? Oh, he's so innocent. Don't you think you're hurting it? Gem of the Gia family. Gia value. Hurt it? Really now this wooden thing? Honglu was so kind as a child, even for the inanimate objects around him. It's more that they've grown up this way if they want to survive. This WTD isn't too bad. Wing Training Department? Wing District? Yeah, Coast Craze Violence, yes, this is normal. Oh, also, I completely missed that monoride, because you guys have the same number of characters, according to my Twitch thing, and are the same color. This keeps happening. I keep mistaking Mon for Coast and Coast for Mon, and just missing that both of them are here. This wooden dummy appears to have been designed and crafted with some precise engineering craftsmanship. We may have some time until departure, so why don't we try using them for the warm-up exercise? I don't want to get all sweaty, though. Well, it's not like these things will pose us any danger. I think we can try them out just once to see how we're doing today. Attention! We have orders from the executive manager. From this moment forth, we'll put our all into laying utter ruin into these training dummies. Hey, I didn't even give an order. Oh well, it won't hurt to get our blood pumping now. All forces, charge! Do 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 do. Oh my god, they all have hats. I'm sorry, they do damage? They hit us? Wait, what? Okay, apparently they actually do damage to us. If any of the sinners get staggered in this encounter, they are never living it down. If units hail to fit, gain cash power equal to the number of turns this unit. Oh god. So they get stacking clash power every turn they don't do damage. Also, Otis is never okay. She's Odysseus. She's not allowed to be. Remember the basics, hit more, all units get more. Hi, Otis. And then, fucking, I still goddamn love this identity. Look at that fucking outfit. It's amazing. Okay, Roja, I need you to start your cycle. Arcana beats. Arcana beats. You want to know something really funny about that magic circle you saw pop up there? In the official Elcorp handbook, it tells you what that circle means and does. You want to know what it does? Converts love into laser beams. That's canon. It's not like, oh, this is aesthetically a magical girl attack. It is a magical girl attack. And yes, she did just impale herself. It's part of how she gets stronger. Magic bullet. Which coat? Because there are a lot of good coats. I'm gonna guess Roja's because that Roja coat is nice. Otis's is also good though. Der Freischütz is so damn stylish. Love how it looks. Magic bullet fire. Nice go. Yeah, stab yourself for power, but it actually works. Yep. It's the positive. The reason that Roja. Oh, one down, and both of the swords are stabbed in. She's at full power. Because look, it takes 2 turns to get her to full power. Like everyone else is still at like baseline SPs. They still need to get up to 45. But in 2 turns, Rojo's at full power. This is why she's so good. Yeah. Yep, and now tear sharpened swords are impaled in her body. She has reached her full potential. Honglu, how much charge do you have? Not enough. Okay. Gain more charge, bud. Stand yourself for for power. Ah, K-pop. Oh, now I can't. Now I imagine that. Pinpoint strike. Traces of sight and sound. 1, 2, 3. Small fry. Actually, what level are these guys? They're level 48. They're stronger than some rats. Oh, that's fucking hilarious. They're stronger than some of the rats outside the district. They're stronger than like all of the rats, actually. It's amazing. Love it. Yeah. Representation emitter. Give us the SP, girl. Come on. Palace knows all outcomes. I love that little broom she has. I like how her Zweihander just gets a broom at where its handle usually is. If the training dummies cannot murder civilians, they are not good enough. I'm sorry, did someone... Okay, no one just got staggered. For a second, I thought someone got staggered by the training dummies. And now, Sever Not. It's dead. Come on. Thank you, Hisha. That's a bot. Hi, bot. How old is this bot? This bot is... yesterday. It was created yesterday. Ban. There we go. The bot has been put into Twitch trail, yes. And now... Hey, Zan, do you want me to use the... Ah, fuck it. Magical Girl. Let's just use a bunch of egos, because fuck it. Why not? Snag Harpoon. Magic egos. Use. Yes. Also, yes, she does have a magical girl ego. It is very good with a certain ego gift because it has 7 attack weight and 2 coins. Oh, it's a counter. Okay, that's what I was doing. Here it is. In the name of love and hate, Major Arcana Slave. Heed me, thou art more azure than justice, more crimson than love. In the name of those buried in destiny, I shall make this oath to the light. Mark the hateful beings who stand before us. That your strength merge with mine, so they may deliver the power of love to all. Arcana Slave! Laser beam! This is definitely overkill, but I'm doing it for fun.
And explosion. Boop. Love that ego. Then Arcana beats Major Arcana Slave once again. Arcana Slave. 1, 2, 3. It's down. Yes, Kos, she can. It is canon. They hang out with each other in that mirror world. They can kiss each other. You can write the fanfic. And no one can say it can't be canon. Do it, Kos. Write the fanfic. Write the fanfic, Kos. You know you want to. Look, if you want, Mascara and bullets. Put your brain to fireworks no matter where you run. And they're down. Write the fanfic, Kos. You know you want to. Actually, I'm gonna check something. Opening AO3. AO3. Queen of Hatred. Yep, there's Yuri. There's one. It's been made. Don Quixote and Queen of Hatred kiss. It exists. Like, allow me to just... I'm just gonna, allow me to just go into OBS for a second and make an image. Create image. Browse. It's right here. It exists. It exists, Kos. Go read it and write the sequel. Amazing. Training Yard, Part 2. Oh, also, I didn't even check if Honglu had one. Oh, these guys are new. Honglu does not have a unique stats effect yet. Okay. And these are tougher training dummies. Kill them! Kill them all! Kana pizza! 1, 2, 3. Oh, hi, doggo. Why are you here? I thought that door was closed. Oh, you're just gonna leave now. Okay. The dog opened the door, walked in slightly, looked at me, and left. I don't know what the dog saw, but the doggo was here for a brief period of time, and they have gained Clash Power up. Yeah, just dog things. Also, I have realized something just about me recently, and that is, if I hear a song, I want to start singing it, which is interesting to learn about myself. Because I just realized, I am singing a lot, like half of the day when I have music on. Okay, keep going. There we are. Perfection. Ignition. Yes, I have Doggo. I also have Kitten. I have both. I have both the Fire and Water Nation. They live in harmony. If you want, and if you don't mind me going away for a little while, I can find the cat and see if she'll meow. She doesn't like meowing that much, so I doubt she will, but never hurts to try, I guess. Yeah. If we make Gay watch Sympho-Gay, we get IRL Hibiki noises. The cat has hit the power button like 7 times! Yes, that is correct! Also, I make Hibiki noises? Neat. Yeah. I'm pretty sure most of the decent chunk of the people here are in the thing that Dorf is running right now. And, I had a funny idea after I realized the character concept I was going for. Yeah, the kitten will rest. So, the character concept I was going for, I was like, okay, I need to go start with a name to go for to get a personality. Because I'm not great at coming out with a personality out of jack shit. Or just data. So I decided to just look around. Ship girl personality, ship girl names and stuff. Started thinking, realized I am entirely too Limbus brained, and instantly remembered a fan abnormality that's called Dijagabout. Or, if you know Der Freischütz, his wife. And I translated the Japanese. It means the hunter's wife. So Ryoshu no Suma. Yep, Ryoshu no Suma. No, actually, no, it's not Ryoshu no Suma. Let me get the actual name. No, it's not Ryoshu. It's something similar. It's Ryoshi. Ryoshi no Suma. Yeah, not Ryoshu. Ryoshi. There's a thing. Yeah, I know. It's not Ryoshu, sadly. It's Ryoshi. Different vowel at the end. Yep, means the hunter's wife, because that's what Dijagabout means. And I decided to go in all... Oh, actually, no, never mind, we're back. I'll continue it when fighting starts again. Ah, how refreshing. Oh, Ryoshu is an alternative meaning of another name. Oh, okay, which one, Violin? Because I'm actually interested in that. That seems interesting. Oh, I guess morning workouts really do wake you up. We've gotten so used to being getting tussles before we get to the real meat of the missions that mornings feel incomplete without some action. Yoshinide. Okay, another reading of Yoshinide. Well, yeah, that is... Isn't that the main character of Hellscreen? Yeah, the protag of Hellscreen. I remembered that part. I just didn't know it was an alternative reading of the actual name. Interesting. Nevertheless, this is a meaningful warm-up activity. So, I've been meaning to ask Honglu, why did you never consider participating in the family hierarchy before? It seems to me that all of your other siblings have been waiting and training all of their lives for this event. It's simple. Because I never once thought I wanted to be the family hierarch. A flashback to his mother, who seems fucking really sus. His mother was really sus because, like, she's saying stuff, but look at her facial expression. It feels like it looks completely fake, like just absolutely fake. Is it not? Truly most fortunate. Had you not been born with the jade, my son, you'd have had to toil all your life, preparing for the family hierarch war like your other siblings do. You needn't waste your strength on those things to win the favor of the elders in Jiamu, venerated be their blessings. Simply, witness as much as the world has to offer, jade of our family. My precious son, Baoyu. Also, he was born with the eye. Okay, it's not an implant. That was one of my theories. More memories. What's wrong, he sang? You seem kind of distraught. It is to do with the plan Miss Faust had explained to us last night. I find the plan rather detestable. Yeah, GMU is the grandmother. Me too. But Honglu says he's okay with it, so... Honglu says he's okay with everything. That doesn't mean anything. Can we even call it a plan if we're being honest here? Yeah, Honglu is okay with everything. If you tell Honglu I'm going to eat your heart and tear your heart out of your chest and eat it raw, he will just say, okay, and open himself wide open for you to do it. It matches the definition of a plan, given that it illustrates a certain instructions to be followed for the purpose of achieving a defined goal. Love you, Marcel. And please, remember that. There are no second chances in the family hierarch war. No second chances. This boy has so many issues. Pats the roof of a car. This boy can fit so much trauma into him. To be free from aging and death. They fucking are cultivators, aren't they? Also, when does... I can't check, okay. 8-10, to be free from aging and death. We are here. Dagyuan Tubatong. Dagyuan refined servant. Young Master Baoyu and his 12 companions, arriving at Tubatong, Elevescent Jade Hall. We entered the hall where the first round was to be held. As always, the servant by the gate announced our arrival with the resounding holler we'd grown to expect. Yep.
An arena or a stadium. I see. We have many eyes on us, Executive Manager. I looked up to see that the audience seats, which were brimming with people, were divided into stair-like terraces, and on the platform at the opposite end of the hall, 3 shadows of chairs could be seen cast onto the obscuring curtain fabric. As for us, we followed the attendant's guidance and stood next to the other participants at the circular area in the center. So, are the evaluations happening past those curtains? Dayu? Oh, Dayu, that's another one of Shrouded's friends from the flashbacks. Honglu seems actually shocked. See someone you recognize? No, it's nothing, Dante. Even if we were to meet again, we don't really have anything to talk about anyway. Maybe we'll have another chance later, if fate wills it. Well, fate is a thing. The flow. So... hey, I think it's finally getting started. The curtain slid open, and the old woman we saw from yesterday's banquet walked out to the platform. So GMU, Honglu's dad, and a new person. Many scores ago, I ascended to the seat of GMU with a stroke of fortune. Yet a lifetime has passed since I assumed this great responsibility. Such as it is, I seek to abdicate and walk the path of mountains and streams as a river does. With a seat voided, the responsibility seeks one with the qualities of the family hierarch to fill it. Thus here at Dagyuan, a collective upheld by pillars of 4 great houses of Jia, Zhu, Wang, and Shi, the ones going to ask you the perennial question. Have you brought us aught to prove that the answer indeed exists? Jia Zhang, Honglu's dad. Who's the woman next to her? Ah, she's my oldest sister, Big Sis Wang Qin. That's his older sister, okay. She married a very important person in Q Corp and spends most of her Q Corp. I don't think we know that one. And spends most of her time there. Looks like she's visiting for the event. Yep, oldest. Though I have reigned long in a foreign nest, I now return fleetingly to share the love with my flesh and blood, to fulfill my duties as observed by the order of filial piety. Don't say that word, it gives me flashbacks. I return that the truth may be observed to the best of my abilities. Some of you may have walked a laid path gentle to your feet, yet some of you may have struggled through an unlaid brutal path of cragged mountains 1,000-fold to find your answers. Oldest. Q Corp. That was P Corp. P Corp was the ones where Don Senior's body was. They're the ones who are trying to make the safest place on Earth. Yet regardless of the severity of your suffering, all of you equally have but one opportunity for the first round. Even still, you were all once prospective heirs of the Great House. Even your failure shall bring power and prosperity to Dagyuan. Now, come forth in the order you are summoned, and demonstrate the invaluable answers to the question of 3 freedoms. One from aging, one from death, and one from brevity of life. Okay. Aging and death, that's immortality. But brevity of life, is that immortality of the mind? Because the first 2 are physical. Is the last one mental? If the nature of your answer may be indemonstrable, present ironclad proof. Lose not and discard not. Let fresh youth be unending and eternal. What is up with her eyes? Her eyes don't look right. Like, you see these too, right? They look like bull's eyes. I can barely see them, but they're still there. After their respective speeches, Jia Yongchun and Jia Mu disappeared behind the curtain atop the platform. First candidate. It seemed that Honglu's father assumed the role of the host for the first round. Ren of the Wang family. Wang Ren, the first to be summoned, walked up to the platform. He was bullied in middle school. Behind him was his faction, who were dragging someone by a rope towards the platform. Hurry up, foolish thing. What? Who are they dragging up to the stage? Whoever it is, they clearly don't want to be here. To be free from aging and death, huh? I suppose every ring dreams of escaping and rising beyond the body they were born with. H Corp's pursuit of immortality probably isn't special in that regard. Oh, it's a blood fiend, isn't it? He has brought the blood bag!
Oh, it's a blood bag, not a blood fiend. That's when we were finally able to recognize who the candidate dragged up to the stage. The eyes, unfocused and red, mouth slick with drool dribbling down the mouth guard, meaningless snarling. That is a mindless blood bag. In the final section. How does a blood fiend become an answer for immortality? I mean, they don't age, and they are physically very strong. If you can get around the chance of becoming a blood bag instead of it, and somehow manage to rise beyond filial piety, I guess it would work. In layman's eyes, blood fiends may appear to have truly attained freedom from aging, and they traded it for chains of blood. However, as we are now all aware, blood fiends can grow old and weak after a prolonged period of blood deprivation. Yeah. The thirst for blood is not an issue for the wings. Thus, it is unlikely to provide the answer they seek. After some struggle, the blood bag was dragged, kicking and growling past the curtains atop the platform. So, that creature is the labeled blood fiend then? I doubt that'll do the job. Blood fiends would indeed be quite the esoteric knowledge, but the judges of this contest, I doubt they're anything more than just lukewarm trivia. That Wang kid must have been pretty desperate, huh? He's either lazy as balls, or that boy ain't right in the upstairs. It appears that the knowledge of blood fiends is oddly common amongst this ilk. Indeed, blood fiends are present in every nest. This is a little surprise that those privy to arcane knowledge are well aware of their existence. There's one elder per nest. Don Quixote was the elder of P-Corp, I'm pretty certain. After a brief moment that lasted less than a minute, Wang Ren and his faction emerged from behind the curtains and descended from the platform. Wang Ren, candidates for the family hierarchy evaluations. Stand upon the podium and await your judgment. Then they ascended the round platform behind the... They ascended the round podium behind the platform as ordered. Yeah, Elder Dawn was the strongest of the Blood Fiend Elders. Thus announcing Wang Ren's results for round 1 of the family hierarchy evaluations. Elimination! Fucking yeah. No! Listen, all they need is blood. As long as it's probably enough blood, maybe eternal and everlasting. But don't Jimmy, please! Nay. What awaits them is no eternity at all. Verily, I know not the shape of this true immortality the valuation seeketh to attain. Yet, the longevity of a blood fiend, shackled by blood and endless suffering, is unlikely to be one. Yep. As you can see, Dawn does remember her time as Sancho. She just likes being Don Quixote more now. But what? But those damn hunters told me they still retain all of their memories! To become a blood fiend is to surrender all the desires and emotions that exist within thy being for a singular hunger for blood, and only blood. Oh. Perhaps that is an acceptable condition for those who expect nothing but fathomless torment for the rest of their lives. Yet, with those much to lose, with much in life to cling on to, as those present seem to. Yeah. To be fair to the other elders, well, Dawn is strong and calls himself the strongest. We can't be sure if he actually was the strongest or just a boast for morale. Yeah, fair. He was definitely up there, though. That boy was strong. The fate of a blood fiend is no freedom from aging and death. It is but a sanguine shackle to enslave their minds. Yeah, he was best at fighting flat out. A member of Value's faction has given an excellent reply. No further elaboration is necessary. Oh, they're listening. Okay. Everyone heard what Don Quixote said. And you have failed to bring us a high kindred, let alone blood fiend at all. This creature is but a miserable blood bag. I cannot even well commend your efforts. Here, right of the Wang family. They have spoken and mercilessly given the full explanation of your mistake. A privilege that failed candidates do not deserve. Let this be the final blessing of your life. Yeah, Dawn was so close to pulling Myongus, but alas, Teenage Rebellion. Ah! Wait, what? Did she just get fucking pitted? They sent them into the abyss? The podium suddenly opened under the feet, casting Wang Ren in the blood bag to its depths with a blood-curdling screech. So, that's what happened when you fail to pass. That was just for dramatic effect, right? There's gotta be like a side path leads back upstairs, right?
Of course not. Can't you smell the stench of festering pain, rising like heat from the depths? Yeah, it's a reality show. Ryoshu, you've been honing your sense of humor, huh? These are some pretty nasty jokes, though. Where does that hole lead? Judging by the time between the drop and the sound of the fall, I presume it goes quite far down. It probably leads to a place with lots of old family secrets. Oh, not treasures, of course, but trying to figure out might get you a visit from a high show, probably. So it's a taboo, okay. I went all out with the Theratrix, huh? It's Ishmael. This is a trial to determine who leads a wing. Of course they would. Yeah, and we could very well be done screaming and falling down the hole later. Yeah, winghead trials. It's serious business. Next candidate was someone before being able to shake off the initial shock. Second candidate hails from the Zhu family. We sat through a few more names and subsequent failures. We couldn't hear what exactly they were talking about beyond the curtains, and unlike the very loud and obvious blood bag, the answers other candidates brought were less obvious, so... Would the old man from Scene 24 show up to ask me questions 3 that us be asking the court of eternal pale? All we had to go in were the shadows of their desperate attempts to explain things before the judges. Another one? Bah. That means boring as hell. Wow, Ryoshu must be really annoyed. She bothered to explain her acronym. The longer we watched the death toll rise, the less shocking they became. Are they planning to fail everyone? 8th candidate, Bao Chai of the Zhu family. Oh, it's Honglu's betrothed. Let's see what she brought. Oh, look, we know her. She was technically our competition, but it seemed that she managed to give the sinners quite the positive impression with yesterday's brief encounters. Some of them were even cheering her on. Yeah, Ryoshu wants to kill someone. We couldn't exactly see what it was that Zhu Bao Chai brought, but she was also holding something as she entered past the curtains. Bao Chai of the Zhu family? After a brief meeting with the judges, which, going by the shadows cast on the curtains, appeared to have gone better than we expected, she emerged. And as soon as she did, Bao Chai immediately turned in our direction, at Honglu, to be exact. Wow, Bao Yu! You were watching me? And began excitedly waving her hands. She passes. Huh, what'd she bring? The podium beneath her remains shut. She lives! Honglu's waifu lives. Actually, no, the person... No. Honglu's, what is it? No. The person who's sipping for Honglu lives. Passing connection it may have been, yet I ill wish to see a familiar face claimed by the Abyss. Thus, I am glad. 17th candidate, Jia Zichun of the Jia family. Oh? It's time for Don Quixote's Yuri partner. It's Zichun's turn. She slowly ascended the platform, unaccompanied. She held in her hands a tightly sealed gourd bottle. A gourd? So it's a liquid. Ah, looks like she found it. She found the water from the river we saw in Don Quixote's memories back then? Impossible. She reached Lethe? Yeah, you would know all about that, wouldn't you, Otis? Of course, yeah, Otis knows the river, which is fucking sus. The possibility that she actually reached there in person is infinitely minuscule. There's an infinitesimal statistical possibility that she could have reached the river, yet not even Faust can conceive how someone of their capabilities could reach the fountainhead of one of the deepest fathoms. This becomes even more impossible when considering the relative short passage of time since then and now. A more likely explanation might be that she obtained the waters by collecting its dew, or a portion of what has seeped out. Alas, that river's water serveth only to put one to slumber no one's memories. Pray, doth it truly hold the link to the immortality they seek? Yes, it is likely closely connected to the immortality of the mind they pursue. As there are but an extremely small number of people privy to the knowledge of the rivers, if the contents of that bottle are genuine, Faust expects her to pass. Oh, nice.
Yep, Zichun of the Gia family passes. You have brought before us a priceless treasure. Must have taken unparalleled efforts to obtain this, given the meager size of your clan. Thank you, big sister Yun Chun. As Faust expected, all three judges appeared quite satisfied by what Gia Zichun brought before them. I think now it's going to either be time for the villains to show up, or for our turn. The villains show up! Hi, N-Corp. It's been a while. Hello, N-Corp. I want to kick your ass.
여기는 순록, 선멸 지역 진입했어요.
Next, 18th candidate. Bloody hell, how many people are there in this household? Yep, Nazi Corp for burning. One of the Gia family. Yiseng recognizes that. There they are. The frauds make their appearances. Our first meeting with this man was less than amicable, and I had a strong feeling that another one wasn't going to do anything to improve that opinion. Jia Huan walked up to the platform. Okay, looks like Jia Huan is wearing... That looks like Ego gear. But I doubt it's that good Ego gear. L-Corp's out their whole singularity, so probably lesser Ego gear. And that is... who is that? What is it? Burrowing Heaven. Burrowing Heaven and their flush shoots. Interesting. Burrowing Heaven and their flush shoots. Neat. Jia Huan walked up to the platform. We all fell silent, hearing a familiar name. Bastard. I could feel that some sinners were growing tense, some of them even gritting their teeth. Yep, a Wa and the He. The other man, falsely calling Jia Huan, holding what looked like the egg of an abnormality. Oh, they brought an abnormality egg here. Was also a familiar face. I've seen him many times in Yiseng's memories. Gubo. Dante, are you seeing what they're wearing? Ego gears. Yeah, it's ego. It can be speculated that they have either developed their own method of extraction, or have scavenged them from the Botany Corp. Gubo carries what appears to be an egg of an abnormality. Are they planning to just offer them an abnormality egg? How's that an answer to anything? Well, I mean, aging, not mind, but aging in body. Yeah. Well, there is room for interpretation. Some may present a reasonably argued interpretation that abnormalities are entities that neighbor immortality. Yep, Abnos cannot buy. Period. Return to start, it can't happen. The linchpin of their success hinges on which abnormality's egg that ends up being. If it's Big Brother Jia Huan I know, he's never going to risk his life for something he thinks will fail. Huan of the Jia family passes the first evaluation. He has such a punchable face. Contrary to most of our wishes, Jia Huan managed to pass the first round as well. Many more candidates came and went. One of them carried a massive, mysterious coffin. Wang family, Wang Daiwei. One of them brought a thick book, and one of them presented a cage so tiny that we couldn't see what was within. Some of them managed to pass, while some of them were sent screaming into the mysterious abyss. No, there was multiple attacks, but as we waited and watched the candidates come and go, people from N-Corp, their turn complete, approached us. Hello, Gubo. Yes, early it is for Twilight to arrive. Yes, early too is this meeting of ours. That's about as far Yiseng can go? Mersalt, number 5, I have conceived an idea most ingenious, Sancho. I shall watch this on YouTube while writing in the Twitch chat. Genius. Brilliant. This is as close as Yiseng can get to, like, basically be saying, like, I hate you. Like, look at him. He's frowning. Yiseng never frowns. As if to prove his own words back at the LCE, he's come to accept certain things as they are. Yiseng coolly regarded his old friend who is now working for N-Corp. You must find this small and barren respite of yours quite enjoyable. I have not seen you just as you do now since the League fell. Also, welcome, Mersal number 5. Glad to have you here.
For what now do you approach me? The rift is too great betwixt us to chatter on with any affection to speak of. Do not mistake my intent, for it wasn't I who desired to approach you. My teammate simply wished to have a look at his brother's face, and I thought I might as well see how you are faring. Ah, looks like everyone's coming back to Dwagyuan now that the family hierarchy wars started. Brother, this is our first meeting since then, right? Yep, they're shooting off each other. Yisang and Gubo both used to be in basically an inventor group of friends that were just making inventions for the sake of making inventions. Actually, no, for joy. To make beautiful inventions that brought joy to people's lives. It burned down in fire because the city cannot have nice things. And, bad shit happens. If it isn't the dottish fool who has eyes but knows not to see. I know you well enough. You normally turn purple with aversion upon hearing a brief mention of the word hierarch. So, why are you here? Who are you and your seeking entourage working for this time? Is that Zhu girl, blinded by your looks to the revolting rot within? Or is it Zichun, who still defends you in your meaningless Fox and Post spiel, deluded in her belief that you're still the same boy from her childhood? Why didn't you save him? No, let me ask you a different question. Why did you save her? And only her, Jiabaoyu? Brother, humans die. It's what they're born to do. That's fucking ominous. Honglu, professional rage baiter. Fair. Next candidate will be judged soon. Candidates must return to their seats. You're a servant. You're barely even a living thing. Let us return. This discourse will not bear any fruit. What's this? A reunion party? I just sort of shouted things. Shun this boss. It's obvious they are to nick our things again. Maybe, but something about them feels different today. Which line? Oh, you're courting death? Not yet. Whichever is the case, the safer option would be to place higher than them. He has not said you're courting death yet. Another one falls. His family should be watching this, right? I wonder if they'll be okay. Sinclair mutters, watching another candidate fall down the trapdoor. I can't imagine how anyone could be okay watching their own fall like that. Sinclair, the people sitting behind us. They're his parents, the guy who just fell. We raised that failure as our own son. What a pathetic disappointment. Don't worry, I have faith in our third child. I mean, it's not like we expected anything from this one, right? Now I see what it means to dedicate your whole life to become the family hierarch. Many people desperately vie for the seat of family hierarch. Of course. Some of them, like his parents, hope to. Yeah, PM with the Asian parent grows them. Have their friend or close blood relative become the family hierarch instead. So they have an end to the head of the Gwing's ear. So they seek to seize a lifetime's worth of riches, power, and recognition by planting someone they control in the family hierarchy without becoming one themselves. Yeah, their children are not but tools. that kind of child's got a low shelf life. Looks like I finally got to know how my long-lost siblings are doing, thanks to this unforeseen opportunity. 27th candidate, Pan of the Zhu family. Oh, this was the one Zhu Baochai mentioned earlier, who looked forward to meeting Honglu again. What the fuck? He looks like a corpse. Zhu Pan? Have you heard that name before? This fucker. He's Big Sis Baochai's older brother. Zhu Pan walked right up to the platform, holding what appeared to be a large jar with multiple talismans. Oh, fuck. I know enough tropes of Zanija to know what that is. That's a goo jar, isn't it? That's a goo jar. Hey, is it just me, or does that guy look like he's totally up to something? Let's be honest, who here doesn't? Yeah, but that sounds different. He's Instead of ascending to the platform and into the curtains, he walked up to the podium. Mate? Looks like he's completely lost the plot. Yeah, he looks like a corpse. Go to Japan! You will ascend to the platform and enter the curtain threshold. Where's the fun in walking down the straightforward road? It's only right that something so precious and entertaining should be shared with everyone. Wouldn't you agree? Battle music's back. He places the jar on the ground. And from within, a desiccated hand emerges. Pathetic sorceress trickery. Ryoshi muttered with palpable distaste. Why is he... What the heck is that? Corpses, their desiccated flesh covered in a light, sparse layer of old papers, crawled out of the jar and began to shamble. There are neither distortions nor abnormalities. Their behavior reminds me of blood bags or sub-entities enslaved by abnormalities. Any semblance of their consciousness has been stripped from them. They'll attack indiscriminately. But it seems they're just as intent as maiming and killing whoever they get their claws on. Executive Manager, we must prepare for battle. Your orders. The jar monster set upon the audience, stuffing the struggling, still breathing victims into their jars. Why aren't the organizers doing anything? This is still an event hosted by a wing, isn't it? Yep, they're undead. And yeah, we know magic exists in the city, and we know it works by spell circles. Because like Pluto had it, Der Freischutz has it, Der Flushschutz has it, Queen of Hatred has it, King of Greed has it. We know magic exists. Because there isn't a rule in the family hierarchy that prevents bringing harm to other people. So they're just gonna sit back and twiddle their thumbs because no one specifically told them to step in? What the hell? What do you do now? Should we step in? We should probably survive and ensure safe participation in the family hierarchy war. What the heck are these? Get away from me! I feel like no, the Abnormagic does count because according to the L Corp art book, they can understand the magic circles that are used by the abnormalities and know what they do. Yeah, like they have. I can pull it up because in this text it says what the magic circles mean and what they do. As the monsters spammed to swarm in, some candidates scattered and ran away, while some stood their ground and fought back. Those who did neither were the ones getting slaughtered. I was simultaneously reminded of Saud and the confident smile she splashed at me as she assured us we should be able to pass the first round with little to no trouble. Yeah, PM power systems aren't exclusive, they hook into each other. Like how Ego hooks into Shin. Because Vergilius can use both at the same time. Looks like we have no choice but to take him down. I mean, it's the I think it's the manager's manual. Also, what the fuck are you? What do you name? Talisman Jar Monster. You are Rupture, because this is what the fuck is that? After attack, 2 of the random effects dies after dealing 10 damage. The fuck? Yeah, well, fair. Wonder Lab was once canon. And was fun canon too. Also, wait, did that just say if this unit kills itself, apply attack power? It's 1 turn attack power up. It's not for the rest of the battle, so we're fine there. Come on, Arcana Pierce. Yep, Jiangshi. Or Hopping Zombies, I think they're called. They do the opposite of what people in life do. I think, no, that's the Korean. That's the Korean one. That's the Korean one. There's different versions. There's a Chinese one and the Korean one. The Korean one does the opposite of what they once did in life. Like, so like a tiger brought back, or a cat brought back, would put stuff back up. Concentration. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna look up while this fight's going on. Is the L Corp art book canon? Is the L Corp art book canon? It's the DLC. I think it's canon.
It includes some thought of abnormalities in like the later section, but I'm not certain. How did we get poisoned? Were there different? Oh, nailed. There's different types of jar monsters. Okay, that's why. 1, 2. Oh, magic bullet. Magic bullet, go off. Go off, Otis. Kill them all. 1, 2, 3. Magic bullet fire. We got 2. 1 spell circle has been conjured. Ignition. 1, 2. Oh yeah, I have that ego. 100-footed death maggot. Should I equip it? Just for aesthetic reasons. Because I only have 100-footed death maggot and her base ego for her. Okay, 1 sword has been impaled. Favored, favored. Unopposed, favored, favored. Dominating. It's a negative coin scale now, so we're fine, but we want to do this so we can get 1 more and get ready. Go! She actually jumps there. These things aren't Jingxi. Okay, yeah. Because Jingxi are hopping zombies. If they don't jump, they're not Jingxi then. Latching on, boopadoo, and all your coins are dead. Stagger him! God, Malfaust is so strong still. I'm pretty sure she was basically my first identity, and she has not left my party since. She's so damn good. Rojin, please don't hit. Actually, oh no, they adjusted it, I remembered. Yeah, negative unbreakables seem like they would be good, but they have a thing. Oh, okay, hello. Representation emitter, please, and power counter, so we can get some going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does Honglu have enough? He has 12. We're good. Oh, Heathcliff is staggered. That's not great. Yes, and I'm still kind of confused about Shin and Meng, just in general. If anyone wants to clarify me on them, because I know that's basically just like, in order to conjure Shin and Meng, you have to for each ring you have to hold a clearly delineated emotion in your head, and for each additional ring you want to make, you have to hold an additional emotion. Do-do-do. Come on, Mind Whip. 1, 2, 3, 4. Honglu still doesn't have his Kanto status effect. I'm kind of surprised. I'm pretty sure Little Miss Dawn already had hers by now. Do-do-do. Flash. We don't have enough for that one. Go. Boopadoo. My manager executes orders with a clear, sharpened sword. Oh, I love how it goes. Identities are just fun to play with, honestly. When Carmen isn't being there being a cock block. I have seen Zichun Ishmael's identity up high. What the fuck does that mean, Project Moon? Tell us it. Do. Fated Faith. 1, 2, 3. Then Ignition. Dead. Ignition. 1, 2. And no one's staggered. So now, no one's coming back. Use the strongest skills. Because why the fuck not? Clearing the path, my lord. And dead. 1 more. Thank you, Faust. 1, 2, 3. Dead again. You do so much fucking damage, Faust. With love! Yeah! And then Arcana Slave. Minor Arcana Slave. Slave! 1. Only 1 coin went through. And there we go. I think next we'll actually see what we present. My theory is it's Dante's granted Honglu Undying. That's what they're gonna present to him. So they'll oh no. Hi the Thumb. I didn't expect to see you here for the first time since Runia. Yes, Zichun isn't a sinner, but Family Hierarch candidate Ishmael. It's Zichun. Do. Oh yes, also the City Mafia are about to show up. Yeah, I have Zichun right here. She's not very good, like, at all in any way, so I don't really use her much. She's only on my Rupture team. Yep, time for the Mafia to show up. That's the battle. Oh, we're fighting them? Oh no. Oh, never mind, just more of you. Kill! She's good on the Heisho team comp, I think, yeah. She's so clunky. Like Ishmael Zichun is just super clunky to use. Because just her enhanced skill 1 just doesn't seem anywhere close to worth it for all the setup you need to do. Because you need to do, like, first of all, it takes 3 turns minimum to do it. Then I think you need Zichun at a specific health percentage. And you need to waste a turn with a retreat, with a defensive skill. And then you need to retreat another identity back out to bring Zichun back in. Or just have an identity die. And that's all for a single usage of an enhanced skill 1. It's not good. It's just not good, honestly. It's just a very bad identity. But I can understand why, because it came after Heisho Faust, and Heisho Faust is fucking absurd, so I can understand they overcorrected a bit. No, win, please. Damn it. Also, I cannot wait for the seasonal Hongler. I'm hoping he probably won't drop before I finish, but I'm hoping he does. Well, it's generally just... Okay, she's not too bad to use. Her skill 3 generally has decent investment and is a good damage dealer. Good envy nuke. Well, not really a nuke, just a good envy damage dealer when you get it off. And also, it's very good for clashing. But it's just... I don't get why the skill 1 is there. The skill 1 seems like you could take it out of the kit alongside the retreat, and she would lose nothing. That's my main complaint about it. It doesn't feel like the skill 1 feels like just like an add-on. It doesn't feel like part of her kit. It just feels like we had to put this here, so I guess it's here now. It just doesn't feel good to use. I don't think I've actually ever pulled it off. Yeah, the Hongler seasonal identity is probably within the month. Yeah, I did, for anyone who's new here, I did Kanto 7 with the seasonal identity because I just got it from random temple. I just got Manager of the Manchland Don Quixote from a random temple. Thank you for your attack weight. In the Night Sanctuary, it's dead. So it was fun soloing her father with her. I didn't need to use any other sinners, just Don Quixote. And the Bigodon died to his daughter. It felt cinematic. Yeah. The retreat might have a gimmick for the seasonal. The bench in the field Heisho with different mechanics on it. Yeah. I think it was mentioned in the live letter. Well, not live letter. Presentation? Stream? The stream, that... What's his name? Our venerable director did. Where he mentioned that the seasonal identity will make use of backup and on-field Heisho units. Yep, there we go. What remained inside the hall after the battle was devastating. Many in the audience seats had fled. Oh, no, actually, hey, they put it in. It's actually true. A lot of the audience is gone from here. It was full before, as the seats were once bringing with people were only half filled. And the candidate zone down here was littered with bodies of candidates who were mauled to death. Meanwhile, the jar monsters, having eaten their fill, had already crawled back into their jar. I looked around and saw some candidates still holding tightly onto the treasures they each had brought to the contest, even as they drew their last breaths. In the midst of all this destruction stood the cause of this chaos, watching the slaughtered play out with the assured confidence. How you attained freedom from aging? How you argue freedom from death? With mind so dull and body so frail? What say you, judges? I present before you not only the clue to immortality, but also a treasure that brings ruin to those who would dare to deceive you. Here's my answer to that pertinent perennial question.
So you have brought us the clay of the jar. It can be said that those who fail to survive this do not qualify as family hierarchy candidates. Yes.
Jia Ziheng, Hong's father, seems fucking like, what the hell, dude?
The pen of the Zhu family passes. He gets the pass, but he almost got everyone in here killed?
This is a wing, bud. Wings are fucked up. I thought you would have noticed that by now.
All that matters is what he has brought. It meets their standards. Looks like he managed to get 2 birds with 1 stone. He made a distracting rabble from the competition. If everyone into the boss in round 2, you better let me take more than a few swings at him. 28th candidate, Shi Das Han from the Shi family. But no one walked to the platform. As he has failed to appear, he is eliminated by default.
He's dead, bud.
Jia Zhang called a few more names thereafter, but 29th candidate, 30th candidate. The number of candidates has clearly been recalled, but none appeared. Disappointingly MB. Yeah, all the mediocre bunch got wiped out from that attack. And the leftovers are exhausted. Ryoshu looked around as though she was doing some sort of critique. Oh, Ryoshu's angry. Ryoshu's angry. Huh? That lug. Hmm? Who the oh, that's a capo. That's a capo of the thumb. Oh god, I don't think we're qualified to take that on right now. That motherfucker! Well, LB! I'd thought you got vanished into the earth. What the hell are you doing crawling around here? Girl, I saw you giving me the evil eye. At least have the decency to say aye, eh?
Ryoshu? That guy's talking to you, right? Yeah, my immediate reaction. Ryoshu saw someone and got angry. That is a bad sign. And also, I remember the thumb. I remember the thumb from Runia and what their gimmick was and how they acted. I remember them. And in a very, very rare display of raw emotion, I realized that she was anxious and furious. Do you know him? Oi, what an absolute lunatic. Both got to be at least 2 meters tall.
Do not look at that man, Dante, and everyone, avert your eyes as well. It is strongly recommended that we do not say a word to him.
Do not speak to the thumb. Do not look at the thumb. Do not acknowledge the thumb exists. And you may just live. That's right, you shrimps. You gotta first whack them teeny brains of yours. Gotta think hard about whether you ever come close to my rank before on your mouth, you hear?
That shithead. Li Heng. He's a finger. The thumb is a syndicate with the strictest adherence to rigid hierarchical structure even among fingers.
Their gimmick is hierarchy. They assess every single person in the entire city and put them on a hierarchy. If you speak out of turn or offend someone higher than you on hierarchy, you die. Obey the hierarchy above all else.
And his placement in their hierarchy is the highest even among the capos.
Oh no. He's beneath the Soto capo? Oh, that's even worse. That's even worse. And yes, they are the sanest finger. The thumb is hierarchy idiots. The pointer, I don't actually remember them. Have we seen the pointer? No, is that the... we don't know the pinky. I think we know all of them. I think pointer is the art boys. Pointer is art idiots. Middle is family idiots. And index is religion idiots. Oh, index no, art boys is index is the religious idiots. Middle is grudge. They're the dwarfs. And priestess guys are the index. And art boys, I think, are the painter. We know 4 out of 5 of the fingers. The only one we don't know is the pinky.
That's the only finger we have no information about yet. All we know is like I think Roland mentioned it once in Runia, and that's about it. A small no, I think it's Zhao mentioned it. A small mistake could drag us into a battle we do not want to fight. Please, order everyone not to say a word, Dante. I don't know what's going on, but I get it. You're saying that we're this close to having another Ricardo hunting us down, right? Worse, but yes. Yeah, let's avoid that. Do as Faust asks, everyone. Lei Hung began stomping his way through the crowd towards us, casually but forcefully shoving anyone in his way to the sides. His gait was blaze and brutish, but I noticed that his eyes were fixed intently on Ryoshu. Apparently the Pinky is fighting the ring in the outskirts. Interesting. Art is the ring, family is the middle. It seemed that among the crowd were some people in higher positions as well, but even they either averted their eyes or voluntarily got out of the way. He marched confidently through the frozen crowd, as though he was familiar with this kind of reception, until a cry rang out from the crowd. Oh no, you poor fool. You there, you big brute! How dare you block young Master Nagon Shanki's way? Phew, all of you know that the two stand before the retinue of Nagon family. Thou shalt soon be one of the 4 houses. Instead of a reply, we heard a blast of gunpowder, and then saw the right arm of the man who spoke catapult into the air. That man's entire family is dead. Yeah, okay, like in terms of being part of them, the middle is better to be a part of, but once you're part of them, you cannot leave. You are stuck there for life. And generally, all of them seem not great to be a part of. Yeah, the middle is more Satan than thumb. Ah! The scream muffled as Li Heng forcibly shoved his giant hand down the man's throat. Then, with the sound of wet meat being pulled apart, he ripped the entire length of the man's tongue out through the mouth. Young Master Nangung say hey, ain't ya? You owe me an arm now. Mighty sorry, but you should have kept your title leash in your boy's John. Yep, this is what the thumb does. The young master of some prestigious house presented his right hand. It was clear he was utterly terrified. Li Heng proceeded to grab his hand and break it off his forearm, like snapping a twig. I went easy on you, boy. Seen a friendly face put me in a good mood. Anyhow, I don't reckon you missed the spider's house. Can't imagine why anyone would. Gives me the heebie-jeebies too whenever I gotta swing by. Got some catching up to do later. I'll teach you how to hold your sword real good, right back when. Aren't mine the best out of them all? I thought I taught you how to make every cut real fucking delicious. He was Ryoshu's teacher, looks like. Ryoshu, now is not yet the time. Faust whispered to Ryoshu in a low voice without raising her head. Yep. Ryoshu's time is next canto, Canto 9. Shut up for a damn second. Faust trusts that you still remember the promise made prior to your employment. Get that stick out of your behind, kiddo. I ain't here to pick you up. I sure as hell ain't trying to teach you a lesson either, like back when. Your baby's still at that house. Ain't that right? Oh no. Okay. So, Xana, do you know anything about Hellscreen? Because the baby is a very important part of Hellscreen. Ryoshu is Yoshinade, the protagonist of it, who has a child that Yoshinade was extremely good at art, but they were hired forcibly via basically force and just said, you will paint me a depiction of the deepest layer of hell. And as they did it, they kidnapped his daughter alongside him. As the book goes on, Yoshinade tries desperately to paint hell, but he can never get it right. And his daughter dies along the way. The child is basically the most important part of it. Your baby's still at that house then, alright? Ryoshu was grabbing the hilt of her sword, like she was about to unsheath it. Oh no. Oh no. Ryoshu has never unsheathed her sword before. Her scabbard is sharpened. She uses that. If she's about to unsheath her sword, that means something.
The same sword she refused to unsheath for the duration of her entire journey. Wrong about that. Just what in tarnation happened then? I don't exactly nose deep in them fellas' business, you gotta understand. Guess something sure as hell went down though, didn't it? Yeah, gentle reminder that Ryoshu seems to resonate very heavily with Spider-Bud, the abnormality, a mother who is extremely overprotective of her children. No, ain't that something? So you're really fixing to unsheath that blade?
Miss Ryoshu.
In a quiet but coldly stern voice, Faust calls Ryoshu's name. Ryoshu. What? What? What the fuck is... Dang. Oh, dang it. What in the gosh dang... my bad. We gotta take this. It's the underboss calling, you gotta understand. He has to take a phone call? Alrighty then, I'll meet you later. We can talk about your daddies or shoot some other shit then. See you around, Yoshinade. That's her name, Yoshinade. What Ryoshu can be also written as. Also, your daddies. There are two interpretations I can think of that. She has had many children, and they are their fathers of her children. Or she was a prostitute, and that's the term they used. The strange man turns around and stomps his way through to the crowd again, his booming voice reverberating across the entire hall as he loudly and boisterously answers the call. He's gotta be here for the family hierarchy war, right? Also her father's, but yeah. The outcome of the family hierarchy evaluation determines the immediately foreseeable future of the H-Corp, which brings parties of varying, possibly clashing interests here. Hey, Heathcliff. Knows he didn't rush ahead this time. I was worried it was gonna be like the time with the middle. Teasing Heathcliff, everyone's favorite hash. Yeah, beating Heathcliff. Another thing or two about the thumb back in my syndicate days. What happened with the Whittle? Like I said, I had no bloody idea who those things belonged to. Besides, that sword is more powerful and violent than Ricardo, an individual we've encountered in the past. Yep, Ricardo is our Team Rocket. The thumb commands its own manner of terror and violence, unlike that of the middle. Wanna bet we'll have distortion in next time? We've only had one so far, Heathcliff distorted, but it would kind of fit, but I'm not certain. As we were all sharing our impressions of Li Hong, I found Ryoshu frozen in place, in the same position she had been when Li Hong walked past her, spacing out. Oh. All the way to the pinky. Pinky? What? I'm sorry, what? The pinky? What happened with the pinky? Ryoshu muttered something to herself, as even further chaos was about to overtake the crowd and the candidates. 32nd candidate, Jia Q. He's here. Jia Zheng called upon the next candidate. And at the mere mention of the name, the chaos that had swallowed the hall immediately settled into a hushed silence. Here he is. Wait a goddamn second. That's the Hanafuda, and is that Dante? Those are former guests of the library. That's former guests of the library. That's former guests of the library. Both general receptions. If I remember right. You were the Gamble people who were part of J-Corp, and you were, I forgot what office you were part of. Yep. Jia Q, Hanafuda, and Dante. And he is an absolute unit, yes. Jia Q walked up the platform, unaccompanied by his own faction, but not alone. Who are those people next to Jia Q? I've never met them before. Oh, that must mean their big brother's Jia Q's answers to immortality. Who could they possibly be? Neither of them appear to be particularly skilled in combat. Yeah, they died around, I think, Urban Nightmare. Yeah, they're both constantly looking around like they're nervous. Oh, Faust recognizes them.
They are...
도서관의 생존자라고
Faust believes that they are survivors of the library. Survivors?
피할 수 없어.
The only ones who survived the impossible, inevitable odds, in the insurmountable force.
유일하게 살아남은
They're the only survivors who may be able to explain that very force. Possibly. Yeah, his name is Dante. It is confusing, agreed. Candidate Q of the Gia family. Gia Q didn't spend much time behind the curtains. He walked out soon after, his steely expression unchanged from when he entered it.
증언을 들어보니
The testimony rings true. They are both survivors of the place that soared beyond the star of the city before it vanished.
곳에서 살아나온
Impuritas Civilitas. A being that could no longer live within the city.
당시 초대장을 구하지
It is a shame that we were unable to procure ourselves an invitation then.
못하게 되었군요.
Yep, the flow would not allow that. He passes. GQ's expression did not budge.
긴장이라는 걸 확인.
Anxiety's gotta be a foreign concept to that guy.
그럼 남은 참가자는
Then
더 이상
that
없는
covers all the candidates, it seems.
이 자리에 와주신
With the first round complete, to all 4 families who have graced this hall, incorrect. It's time for Gia Baoyu to take the stage.
잠깐만요.
Excuse me! Unlike Gia Q, whose appearance plunged the hall into utter silence, Honglu's sudden interjection roused the room to a roaring chaos of confusion once again. Baoyu, what?
아직 마지막 참가.
I think you might have missed the candidate.
그게 무슨 말이냐?
What do you mean?
심사에 나서는 자들의 내역은
I
이것으로
believe we've covered every candidate present in the list.
제가 남았거든요.
You missed me.
다시 가문의
Gia Baoyu of the Gia family will partake in the family hierarchy evaluations. They just had to be dramatic, didn't they? They waited till it was completely over and everyone else had gone first, and then interjected. Fashionably late.
내 일조하였으니
8-13, a declaration of participation. Isn't that Gia Baoyu?
호가 아니야?
What's that doing here? And what did he just say?
예상은 하고 있었지.
I had a feeling this was gonna happen, but
알고 있네.
we really kicked the hornet's nest, huh? Hark! What a now, and gaze upon our glory! In the 11th hour doth the final band of heroes arrive! Never change, Dawn. Your journey will continue onward forevermore. Yiseng, don't pretend you're not with us, huh? At least give the audience a wave. Guys, I don't think they're taking the announcement too well. A large portion of the audience is vociferously expressing their collective confusion, wrath, and concern. These emotions are expressed by their jaws that have been opened past a certain degree. Fucking love you, Marcel. Just... It seems that the audience is jaw-droppingly silent. As Marcel observed, I realized the chaos wasn't restricted to the audiences. The candidates were starting to get agitated, too.
저런 놈이지.
And there he is! The disgusting, defeatless bastard who brings annihilation to everyone around him with that silly, innocent smile.
더러운 성장.
Wow, tell us how you really feel, bud.
어떻게 된 거야?
Huh? What's going on? I thought Baoyu wasn't participating in the hierarchy war. That dumbass. Snap your neck completely. Explain yourself, now. Miss Sal told me to grab onto your sword, like my life depended on it if you said that exact phrase. He's restrained her sword. Blimey, can't we just... She mentioned you too, Heathcliff. She told me that if you ever said anything like can't we just give him a good beating and be done with it, I should... What a throwback.
청소.
Decorum. I demand decorum.
네 몸의 생체가
I hope you do not mean to risk having your body marred. Withdraw your name. It isn't too late. Now.
가볼게요.
I'm heading in, Father.
아버지.
33rd candidate. Baoyu of the Gia family.
앞으로.
Come forth.
단테님
Ready, Dante?
준비되셨죠?
I don't know.
그리고
And?
로슈 씨도요.
What about you, Ryoshu? Yep, they're using Dante as the immortality. I was right.
뭐든지 썰
I'm itching to get chopping.
기분이 굉장히
Need to vent the shitty feeling. Are you sure they've been okay, Faust?
괜찮은 것이 아니라
This is something that must be done regardless of the soundness of its participants. Faust spoke sternly. I still quite detest this plan. And Yi Sang doesn't like the plan because it involves killing Honglu for the sake of progress. It isn't even the usual thing of we need to fight these people anyway, so the deaths were inevitable. It's a we are explicitly killing Honglu to gain benefits.
사실 누구도
Let's be honest for a sec. Are any of us actually happy to go through with this? Ryoshu, kinda. Okay, I guess there's the one. Of course. Honglu, Ryoshu, and I walked up to the platform. Zhang... No, I don't think Zhang cares about his son. I think they care about whatever his eye is. Because they keep talking about how they want him to witness the world. And how his jade eye means something. I think they care about him remaining intact because if he remains intact, the jade eye remains intact.
선을 넘어서
Enter the fabric threshold. Once we walked past the curtains as instructed, we saw Jia Yongchun, Jia Mu, and Jia Zhang waiting for us inside.
출가의 생에서
I know not what in your life beyond the hedges could have wrought this change of heart.
네가 가주에 도전하는
But to see you aspire to the seat of the hierarch is indeed a sight most curious.
오랜만이에요.
It's been a while, big sister.
큐사에서의 생활
Has the life in Q-Corp been treating you well?
많은 것을 보고
I have seen and learned much.
네가
As you must have,
그랬던
Bao Yu.
정보가
이곳에
Now I see your true reason for returning home today.
이것이었느냐?
죄송해요 할머니.
I'm sorry, grandmother.
세간의
I thought better than to let this be common knowledge.
그렇느냐?
So you did.
의사를
Now that you have revealed your intent, withdrawal is no longer an option.
그래.
Very well. Now present the answer that you have brought here today.
정말 많은
I'm sure you've already sat through many people standing in the same place I am now. Explain it to you what it was that they'd brought.
그러니
So, I suppose you would much prefer that I give you a straightforward visual demonstration than make you sit through another 1,000-word lecture. Honglu gave Ryoshu a nod.
네.
Yes, I'm okay.
저희가 그들에게 보여줄 수 있는
Our answer that we may be able to demonstrate before them
단테 씨 힘.
is resurrection via Dante's power, to show them that to us, death is but a temporary setback.
그리고 그걸
And the most dramatic demonstration of that ability would be to... bisect Honglu via the head. Also, she unsheathed her sword for the first time and instantly sliced through the entirety of Honglu in a single strike. God.
그래.
Indeed, you have certainly demonstrated something.
지금까지
You are
나온
truly the least jury part of today, Bao Yu.
참여하지 않았다, 보가.
아,
Uh-huh, I see. So the most effective way to do it would be to get killed in front of them. Yep. The head can't fix what the head is what the boluses can't fix. If the brain is damaged, they can't fix that.
그것도
Without any room for ambiguity at that.
그렇습니다.
Yes. Then does that mean that one of us has to make sure that Honglu no longer lives?
잃게끔 만들어야 한다는 건가요?
Oi, no need to be around the bush. Remember what we did to each other when we first met? It was you and Ishmael arguing. Then Ryoshu got annoyed, so she slit both of your throats. And then when Ryoshu let her guard down, Don Quixote stabbed her through the back of the head.
그렇다면
Then, Heathcliff, is the implication that you are still willing to murder Hong Lu without hesitation? Oh god, he looks so sad. Murder, mate, did you really have to put it that like...
더 이상 악이
Fairly, I do not wish to hurt my good companions more than I already have. Yeah, like the 2 times you beat us into the dirt, into bloody remains.
다행이라 해야 할지
It may be a stretch to say that is fortunate, however.
저희 중에서
We seem to have an individual among us who may be able to carry out the task in a most painless, swift, and unburdened
이
manner.
작전을 도와주실 분이
Ryoshu,
계시는 듯하군요.
her brilliant swordsmanship. And everyone immediately turned to look at. Oh, Ryoshu is excited.
그래서
So,
어떤
how would you like to be
것으로
cut?
보이겠지? 네,
Where's that fucker Li Hung? Who's he working with?
어디
It seemed that slicing Honglu in half did nothing to distract Ryoshu from her own thoughts. Jiamu watched us in silence, motionless in her seat.
뇌까지 절단해.
You have split his brain in half.
이 아이는
You have irreversibly ended this child's life. Not even life insurance shall be able to bring him back now. Oh, you?
자,
Well, then,
이제
what will you do now?
뭘 하더라도
You have no means to restore this jade of the family. For your transgressions, you will...
때문에 보석을 망
시계
Clock! Spin it. The clock turns once again. And so it turned in one of the most high-intensity situations I'd ever turned it. The muscle fibers, the nerves, the flesh that was split, all began to reconnect like a rewinding videotape. Huh? Wait, why doesn't this hurt at all? Oh. Ryoshu's strike was so fast it didn't hurt Honglu in the slightest. Ryoshu's skill with the sword was no joke. I didn't feel even the slightest bit of discomfort. I doubt Honglu even realized that he was dying.
우리 보기가
Bao Yu! I truly realized that it's been a while since we've met.
담대해진
He has grown quite bold. None? What's her expression? What's with that? Wait a second. I can guess.
짐승 냄새.
I smell beasts. Heisho. Dark shadows had appeared outside the curtains, surrounding us before I even realized what was happening.
소,
Bull, rooster, dragon, monkey. The Heisho are here.
불도
The task was to find the answer to freedom from aging and death.
금기를 무시.
Not to break a taboo and precipitate the destruction of our home.
이전에
It has not been long since the family that once led H-Corp was brought into ruin. No arbiter, no claw shall ravage a family of Hong Yuan again. Jia Yong-chan appeared ready to command the Heisho to kill us all, but... A taboo as the head has not been broken. Yep, because I remember back in L-Corp, Bina's flashback, that was H-Corp in ruins in the background. GMU silenced her with a wave of her hand.
기다리거라.
You will wait.
가문은
The Venerable GMU!
부활이 끝나.
Once the resurrection is complete, the head will...
그러니
We must end this before they...
일각만
Hold for but 15 minutes at least.
판단이
To be rash in judgment is to judge incompletely.
것이 있기 마련. 나는
I wish not to lose either, our treasure and a clue to immortality. And Honglu was whole again. Ah,
감사해요, 루시.
thank you, Ryoshu. It really didn't hurt at all.
느껴지지 않-
And you too, Dante.
별
No problem.
할머니,
Grandmother, big sister Yongchin.
보셨죠?
Did you see that?
이게 제가
This is the immortality I found.
복사의 방법이랍니다.
오지 않.
Are we safe?
부시
If aught be owed, a swift vengeance shall arrive in time. It is simply yet to return. GMU's quiet utterance seems to dissipate the forces that have surrounded us outside the curtains.
가주심사
Jia Baoyu, in the first round of the family hierarchy evaluations,
합격이란다.
you pass. Baoyu of the Jia family passes. What trickery is this? I thought he was off on some sightseeing tour away from the Hong Yuan like a jobless rich kid. But he managed to find his own mancer. Thus ends the first round. Yeah, if this is a taboo, the Claw would have showed up, because the Claw can fucking teleport. Nowhere is safe. Those who passed must prepare for the second round, set to commence tomorrow. Remember, the candidates are barred from harming one another between the now and the commencement of the second round of the evaluations. The candidates are, not their factions. This is your one and only rule, thus remember it well. Anyone who dares break it shall immediately be disqualified. That is all. As soon as Jia Zhang announced the end of the first round, everyone in the audience seats began to rushing towards the first floor. Getting mixed up with that crowd's probably not a great idea. Let's get out of here.
네. 저희는 곧바로
Yeah.
홍루 씨의 방.
Indeed, let's immediately return to Honglu's room. Yeah, depending on how bad they piss off the head, there won't only be one. Back in L Corp, when they were sent in Arbiter and Claws, there were, I think, 2 alongside Bina. And we decided to slip out of here before the curious crowd swept us away. However, as we turned around to leave, Jia Q looked at us, with Zilu and Zhizhong at his side. Stood Jia Q in our path.
아,
Oh,
시우 형님이시군요.
Big Brother Q? Congratulations on passing the first round.
축하드려요.
도련님도 합격하셨다죠?
Ah, I hear you've passed as well, young master. Congratulations are in order, it seems.
평생 토록.
How is it that you, young master, who has not shown an inkling of ambition towards the seat of the hierarch,
어쩐 일로 이런
suddenly emerge as one of its candidates, positively stealing the show?
뭐
Well, you know, sometimes people get swept up by random surges of ambition.
욕심을 낸 건 도련님.
Wasn't that surge of ambition your company's and not young master's values? Correct. Well, if our last meeting didn't confirm it, it sure seems like they know us well.
테두리 안에 있자.
Have we not impressed upon you enough that you were to nicely remain within the borders? Instead, he sparks us disorder at the fringes of his perimeter.
가시춘의 뜻.
I had thought that his only role in his design would be to be played as a pawn by Zia Zichun and no more.
죽은
My lord,
도련님
perhaps you've overestimated this young master.
아니신지요?
아직도 너는
Are you
아무 일도 일어나지
still of the belief that inaction is a path without consequences?
전에 인사도 제대로
I didn't even get to say hello to you earlier, Brother Q.
가시 가문의
Value of the Gia family formally extends his greetings to you.
성인이 된 이후
I realize that this is the first time we've met face to face since I reached adulthood.
그나저나
Speaking of which, did you manage to stitch Big Brother Yihua and Mr. Qingtao's heads back onto their bodies?
Huh?
Eh? Yep, life insurance. Heathcliff was for the first to let out a flabbergasted gasp before the other sinners followed suit. I guess that's just how siblings of Hongyuan greet each other, huh? Seems like Miss Baochai was just a particularly nice exception.
답할 이유가 없는
You ask a question that deserves no answer.
일말의 준비
You have arrived here, unprepared yet ready to cast yourself into the flames, all for the mere reason that your turn had come.
여전히 같은
If your mind hasn't changed, then it would have been wise to remain unseen and unnoticed as you were.
조용히
네,
Yes, thank you for your concern. This
관조
facade of wisdom and pensiveness worn upon your speech
도통 고치
is truly intractable.
제가 그랬는데
Do I do that? Noticing GQ's hand tighten around his weapon, Ishmael quickly jumped in. In case you forgot, there's the rule preventing candidates who pass the first round from killing each other. Hopefully I'm not the only one who has to remember that. If you're going to continue to bully us, don't be surprised if there are consequences. Thank you, Ishmael. Otis, you finished the preparations, right? The reinforcements are standing by at the front gates.
도착한 상태다.
Huh?
우리한테
What reinforcements?
그래서
They're bluffing. Which? That's why I'm warning you that taking any rash action prior to the start of the second round would result in person appointing a scammert for both of us. A loud boast from an illusory army is an empty fortress. But I believe the sheer might is hardly a quality one should flaunt.
여기서 너희와 겨룰
I am not intent on fighting you here.
가보
Jia Baoyu, you will beget great suffering by endeavoring to embrace beyond your abilities.
큰 화.
Yet if he wishes the challenge and be broken, then perhaps that outcome is simply meant to be. The flow desires it. And with that, they turned around and left us. It seemed that they were here only to give us a warning. Ah, ominous foreshadowing says what? A fraud of the color against the Giga Chad. The fuck does that mean? What a relief. I thought we had to fight GQ in this Heisho pack.
사람들이랑 맞붙게 되면
They did see right through us in the end, but hey, nice teamwork, Otis. What unbelievable impudence.
말하는 내내
Did you notice how they did not even glance at the rest of us throughout that entire exchange? Oh yeah, you signed the form that said you apologized for calling Verdelius a fraud, right? Zhu Baochai peeked out from behind a pillar before walking up to Hong Lu. Ah, you passed the first round! I'm so happy for you, Baoyu. Seriously, what's going on here? I didn't even imagine in my wildest dreams that you'd be participating in the family hierarchy war.
보차 누나도
Ah, congratulations to you too, big sister Baochai, for passing the first round. Gathering from the fact that you hid it even from me, you really didn't want anyone to know, right? Give me ego, give me Shinrang, and only allow us to fight Zane and Death.
맞아.
Yeah,
아마 나 때문에 다들
I imagine that must have kicked up quite the ruckus with everyone. I'm starting to feel kind of bad about this. Sometimes you manage that we ended up lying to everyone. Hey, don't beat yourself up. Hey, don't beat yourself over it. Own it instead. We fooled everyone. Well, if it's all the same to you, then I want to say that I'm so happy that you decided to take part. I was worried that you might have already left Dagyuan, so far away from me. Again, by the time I was finished with Family Hierarch War. That would have been too bad. So, I'm glad we'll get to spend more time together, even as contestants. Hey, don't forget to say hello and give me a wave if we ever run into each other, okay? Zhu Baochai left us to rejoin her faction, waving sweetly as she did so. That visual is so fucking awesome. At this point, Virgie's aura net is so large he ain't recovering as he solos the entirety of the head. Oh, we have... That is a harsh turn.
8-14. Wow, we're still in part 1? We're over a third of the way through. It is time for the Yuri girl.
돌아오셨습니까, 도련님?
You have returned, young master. Yep. Good evening, Zyren. Zyren bowed wordlessly in that same detached coldness we sensed earlier. She did not seem at all excited about the master's success today, nor did she appear concerned about him. A letter has arrived for you, young Master Baoyu. Huh? You didn't even try to hide the fact that the envelope was tampered with, huh, did you? My responsibility was to deliver the letter. To protect its integrity was not one of my obligations. Honglu, are you sure she's your maidservant?
괜찮아요.
Best apple, of course. It's okay.
틀린 말은 아닌 것
She's not wrong. Zyren! Can I ask you something? Jieling promised to play a rock tossing game with me, but I can't find him anywhere. That's, oh, she used the care. Let's see. How many numbers have you learned so far, young master? Zyren and I learned up to 10. Then I'll be back after 100 nights. Sleep 10 nights, 10 times, and that's 100 nights. Wow, that's so cool! Zyren, you're so smart. It's nothing. It's something we all learned growing up. Zyren, I slept 10 times, 10 nights, but I still don't know where Jialing's gone. Her eyes are different now. Look at her. She's given up. Yeah, something has changed about her during that. Something has changed. Did I say that young Master Jialing was to return? Mm-hmm. You said he'll be back after 100 nights. Oh. 100 nights is hardly enough, young master. It will take at least 1,000 nights. Given what they did to him. I see. You're smart as always, Zyren. Young master, it's been years, but young Master Jialing's body is still decaying. What? Why hasn't it been buried? He has lost control of over half of his body. Oh, it's an infection. Even after he was fed the boluses I'd sent him. I was told to relay that your boluses were useless, young master. The decay reached his brain, and I overheard the other servants gossip that it is impossible to recover from such a wound. The body is functionally dead. Death would be preferable, in fact. So, give up your naive hope and forget about him. You're always so smart, Zyren. I will now read the letter, Executive Manager. Right, yeah. As I stood there, pondering, Otis walked up to the front with the letter in hands. Is this from Manager Sod? Hello, everyone. Heard you managed to pass the first round. I wrote this letter before I heard the news, actually. You wouldn't even be reading this letter if you hadn't passed. What kill her? Zyren or the letter kill Otis? Because it would be funny if the letter was trapped and killed Otis. The heck? But let's save the celebrations for later. The real game starts in round 2. The other candidates must have been making alliances, strategies, sharing information about the next round. Meanwhile, you guys stumbled around, aimless and alone, before returning to your lodging. And here you are now, read my letter. Is she watching us from somewhere? No, we're just that predictable. Heathcliff. But do not worry. For your team specifically, round 2 doesn't require much strategizing. Because it'll be messy and continuous battle after battle. So, what we do already. That's just day to day. So battle on, as you always do. It's what you do best, right? Hold on. I would like to go into more detail in this letter, but I'm sure this letter will be and has been, most likely, intercepted by someone from other candidates, clans, or coalitions. Yeah, the thinner are best at long drawn-out battles. So, in order for you to attain our objective, you have to rely on what you learned and gained so far. Your intuition and your fearlessness. Like I said earlier, we have but one purpose.
Contextual clues suggest that the one purpose is implied to be come in second place and obtain the golden bow. Well, that wraps everything up. And then, one last thing. Shameless curs who have rested their eyes upon the contents of this letter without its authorization shall be struck down with the curse of misfortune that lasts generations upon generations. Ne'er shall they ever be successful in any endeavor, regardless of nature. The bottom part of the letter has been torn off, huh? What a way to end the letter! So, does anyone know what to expect in round 2? The letter didn't really help with anything at all. Yep. Our plan for round 2 is deploy the idiots. It would be better to learn the exact rules on site and hear from the organizers themselves. It is likely that there are forces who already have their eyes and ears on us. If you can imagine, there is someone by the door. Right on cue, eh? I don't think that's what this is. Damn it, you grab your weapons for every battle. Despite our rush, the person by the door was none other than Jia Zichun. Yep, it's time for the Holy Grail War between like 32 candidates. This definitely isn't gonna be excessive. It's just a regular Holy Grail War. Despite our rush, the person by the door was none other than Jia Zichun. Also, Kos, there's probably a syndicate that's their gimmick, making like armor from those they kill. It might even be an office, honestly. She wore an expression that we'd grown quite familiar with by now, in an interesting combination of annoyance and disappointment. Why do I ever expect anything better from you anymore? So, you're just opening your front door to anyone without even checking who knocked? Just like that? I thought you were done talking with... yeah, we can be pretty heedless from time to time. But I don't think anyone who's intending to kill us would have the decency to stand and hesitate in front of my door, wondering if she should knock or not. You noticed that? She's angry. Earlier, in round 1, you had yourself killed in front of Jiamu and Big Sister Yongchen, didn't you? And revived yourself in front of them, too, I presume. Yeah. I even go that far, huh? What's gotten into you, brother? Family hierarchy, really? Why now? Why all of a sudden? I can tell just by that look on your face that you couldn't care less about becoming something like that, like the family hierarch. Is that really it? That they told you to do it? Zichun, imagine, just for the sake of it, what if, just what if, like, what if our actual goal is to come in first place? Do you seriously expect me to believe that? Right? Totally, I wouldn't buy that either. Anyways, I'm not here to ally parlay with you. I am never ever doing anything like that with you again. Brother. It'll be nighttime soon, you know? And your room's always been so dark because you barely let so much as a ray of moonlight in. It seems that she's warning us that she'll be visited by some uninvited guests. Yeah, she cares. She very obviously cares about Hong Lu, and it hurts her that he doesn't care for himself at all. Yeah, no way they're letting you, a sudden unforeseen variable, spend the night in peace. But didn't they warn us earlier that the round 2 candidates are prohibited from hurting each other? Well, yeah, the candidates are. Their faction isn't. Yep. The Soon is strong, but the Dara is even stronger. I see. The only thing that matters is the exact wording of the law, not the spirit of it. Right. They won't interfere as long as the candidate's not trying to kill a fellow candidate. Literally, with their own hands. So, don't trust anyone, even your maidservants. Thanks for coming here in person, Zichun. Tomorrow we'll really be enemies. I know it's too late to change anything, but tomorrow? Jia Zichun stumbled over her words, trailed off, then turned around and left as though she swallowed what she wanted to say. Hello, Wei. When she expressed the wish to visit to herself, I made 3 attempts to talk her out of it. It was highly impertinent of someone of my station to advise against her 3 times, yes, but I implore you all to know that her choice to come here was not an easy one. Yep. The Sinner Arrival isn't taboo baked because it isn't technically... It isn't resurrection via the head's mention of it. I know this question sounds a bit nosy, but are things okay over here? We will face the trial to the best of our abilities. Yep, they don't pass on before they res. Dante drags them out. And apparently their time, whatever that means, is bound to Dante. So probably their souls are too. I wish with all my heart that our paths will not cross tomorrow. And I share a sentiment. I wish not to ever bring harm to them, nor they to us in turn. Yep. Yi Sang, his identity in the world of Zichun Ishmael is Wei. Well, when anything's ever gone as we wished, eh? Yep. But even if it just sounds just as an easy. The sinner's time is bound to Dante. No one else may take it. That's why we were able to counter the case of time killing time. Intruders! This is totally not completely expected. Yeah. Also, just want to show you this, Santa. Have a look at... Yep. Have a look at Ryoshu's base ego. Just look at this. These are the fingers, the 5 syndicates that rule over the city in the background. And Ryoshu cradling her sword as if it's her child. She is very much tied to motherhood. Oh. Oh, moon, once it waxes, it wanes. Oh, water, once it fills, it overflows. For all lights must go out, the night is but still. Ah, it's time. Sharpen your senses. Hey, there's some known infiltration routes in this building that our enemies could use. Anywhere, really. As long as the assassin's willing to put their mind to it. There was this one time when one of them suddenly appeared from under my bed. That sounds kinda terrifying. Ryoshu, he was leisurely puffing her cigarette as the sinners were looking around in full alert, suddenly pointed up. Up. Ceiling! Someone just landed above us. Ah! So they're hiding in the ceiling! There must be more waiting for us just out the door. Hong spoke casually as though he was expecting to have them join us for tea or something. Impressive. You're pretty sharp. The sinners all whipped around and swung their weapons towards the voice, but the assassin dodged back with ease and chugged from a gourd in his hands. Oh? A singular assassin. That's it? What? This smells like... Is that salt drinking on the job? Give me a break. I'm an old guy on a night shift. I say I deserve a drink. Our target's young Master Giabalio. Let's kill him quick and call it a night. With that, the enemies began flooding into the room. Let's see, is this a focused encounter or a chain encounter? Looks like chain. Favored, neutral. Power counter, neutral, favored. Neutral, favored. Up. Go. Fight them. Yeah, he looks like he'd be a dick. Not answering any of our goddamn questions. Oh, I did not win all the clashes. I failed the Roja one, but that was the one I was fine with. Good. And let me check again. Does Hong Lu still doesn't have a dedicated status effect? I'm somewhat confused at this point, because it feels like he should have one by now. Come on, take him out. Kill them all. Let the coast sort them out. Yeah, he doesn't care enough. Well, yeah, but Dawn had a status effect in her Kanto even before she realized why she
why she was in La Manche Land. She still had a status effect. Doop 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 doop. I dedicate these souls to the coast. May she eat well. Dawn still cared about the civvies. And Honglu doesn't care at all right now. God, Magic Bullet is so interesting to use. It's a pity it doesn't do that much damage. Go, go, go. Killed them all. Boop, 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 boop. Ow, whoa, whoa. Card declined the moment he entered the race. Can't buy the advantage if the other participants are just as rich as you. Yeah. Honglu needs to get something that he cares about, because he doesn't care right now at all, and that's been his problem. And it seems that's the problem everyone else has with him. As it seems that Jia Huan's problem with him is the same. His anger with Honglu stems from that moment of Honglu saying, everyone's going to die anyway, so I care. Back when I don't know who that was, brother, someone like that, family member, was dying. So it seems most of these people's problems is Honglu doesn't care, and they hate that. They hate the fact he's grown up being able to not care. Yep, as you said, Honglu Professional Rage Bitter. And as always, Mouth Faust, nothing but complete and utter decimation. She missed her first coin on her skill 3 and still did 210 damage. Yeah. Good thing I brought in the Honglu identity where he's constantly angry at everything. Hopefully this identity will rub off on him a bit and get him to care. Slave up! 1, 2, 3. Goodbye. Hysteria 3 has been reached, I think. Yep, Hysteria 3 is reached. Dawn is in her angry mode. Oh, there's only... I never actually looked at them. I forgot to read. I am a Project Moon fan, after all. On hit 3 bleed count? God, bleed teams would kill to have that. When hit during the combat phase... damage taken. Prioritize Honglu. And focus target. Attack power down? Wow, they're all gonna die. Goodbye. Blink step. 1, 2, 3. Dead. Well, staggered. Just dead, basically. Stagger plus, and now he's dead. Arcana Terran Pierce will kill this guy in a single hit. 1, 2, and 3. From full health to no health in a single turn. She is absurd. She is absurdly strong. I don't know how anyone could get him to care. Now it's time for another night out ambush. Or is it more of the same one? Depends on how it can. Let's see. More of the same one canonically looks like. Favored, neutral, power counter, offset, favored, neutral, unopposed. Let's go. So, anyone have any comments or things they want to bring up to continue considering while we go through Honglu's Cantha? Because I don't know much about his character. He isn't really one of my favorite sinners because he generally didn't do too much. Oh yeah, the content will be balanced around the strongest IDs. Oh, Dawn is already in Angie mode. Neat. Power counter, neutral, favored. Power counter once again. Favored, unopposed, favored, unopposed. Force Fem Honglu. I mean, there's an artist for that. There's a really good artist who does that. Like, a lot. And it is good. Very good. What else, though? Like, I'm curious about who his other friend was in the flashbacks. Because I think we've met all the friends in the flashbacks. The small kid that was there alongside Honglu and the other girl was Jia Liu, I think it was. Jia Ling, who was Jia Huan's either brother or cared about them.
GQ is based off a real famous person. Interesting. Ah, wonder who. Do. Power counter. Unopposed. 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 Dominating. Goodbye. You all die. Yeah, Honglu's not really my favorite because he just isn't. I think, yeah, he doesn't really do much, but he is snarky. He is snarky. It's just very subtle snark. And he is decently wise in just terms of stuff, because remember back what he said back in Kanto 7? Like when everyone was saying like they've been deprived and weakened by their contract with Nimbus Company and contract with Dante, which is canonical. All the sinners got weakened to Sinclair's level when they signed on with Nimbus Company. We're not certain why, but it just happened. It might be how Dante works, but when someone brought that up, Honglu said, Isn't it good we were deprived? We learned things we never could have before because we were. Like, he is wise. He's definitely wise. He just doesn't do shit, basically. Anyway, reverse beats, reverse Arcana Slave. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Super Razor Beam. Get out of my head. Magic Circle. GQ is the city's version of Confucius, whose two peoples were named Zilu and Zigong. Well, yeah, that's just a fact. That's just fully a fact. That happens. Like, the two people who are following around are named Zilu and Jizong. So that is just true. Huh. Neat. We're gonna have a boss fight against fucking Confucius. He's gonna philosophize all over us. Wait a god, dude. No, I doubt that. I doubt that'll happen. Okay, with love? Yeah! Come on. Take him out. Kill them all. God, I love just how she works. It's so funny. Nope. Win! Heathcliff, the fuck! Yes, you are staggered. That doesn't matter, though. 1, 2, 3. Dead, dead, dead. With a tear-sharpened sword. And now, Honglu, yabba yabba yabba, counter. And then detonate magic bullet. Stagger the boy. 1, 2, 3, stagger. Perfect. We'll use magic bullet next turn because we have a bunch of staggered friends that we can do damage to. Only 2, never mind. Okay. Unopposed, dominating. Kill him, Roja. Kill. Oh god, it's like that one Jeopardy. What was it called? No, it's a Family Feud clip where Steve Harvey just goes, kill. I remember that. I've never actually watched Family Feud, but I know that. I'm sorry, did the Deathrite proc just do as much damage as her entire skill 3? Yeah. With Honglu, we know it is kind of fake. Because, like, as he says, he isn't, like, learning anything. He's just going along with everything in his life. He needs to learn and grow before anything can happen. There we go. Great sword. With love. Yeah. Goodbye. Get exploded in magical might. Victory. Yes, that is very obvious. Thank you. Each identity has a comment and support passive. Thank you. I never would have guessed. There's more night ambushes? Okay. It is time to go to the shop. Time killing time. Hello. Fine, Echo Fallen box. And now we can continue. I mean, dude, the Envy Peculata exist, and they are bastards. Envy Peculata, my betrothed.
The bastards they are. Yeah, Honglu is depressed, yes. Very obviously. Oh! It's time for the boss fight! Glug glug.
Yeah, right? Still working on it?
이전 사유화라는
It seems that we're continually underestimated by our foes. Shiyua made the same mistake.
허접하게 계산하는
You didn't seriously think that we would be defeated by such a pathetic force, did you? Oh, but down you give me an early hangover.
사신의 사
And don't you compare us to that little troublemaker of the Shi family, will ya? Be careful, Otis! His combat capabilities are leagues beyond those of his companions.
혼자서 여유를 부릴 이유가 있다.
So that's why he's a serve himself, I see.
소속과
Identify your name and allegiance. Really? You think I just tell you all that if you asked nicely? Working in this line of business? Heh. Heh. You have no name of allegiance to give you, friend. Ah. Though I have no name to give, I have a title the editors took the liberty of giving me. You tend to pick up at one or two of those after surviving for so long. He who emerges with a liquor bottle only to fade into the nightly shadow. The road is designed to call him the Night Drifter of the Drunken Palm. Kos is right! He uses the Drunken Fist.
Or Drunken Sword. It is time to fight. He has 7. Okay. Struggling, neutral, struggle, struggle, struggle. We can use skill 2. Honglu beat Mind Whip. Then I need you to take Wave Slash, because you can take damage pretty well. That is slash damage. Do we have a pierce damage attack we can take? No, we don't. Sad. You actually figure out who sent them after Hongler. No, not N-Corp. Doesn't feel like N-Corp would. Back. I did not pay attention to like half of them. We need SP. Oh, favored against this. Then Wave the Open Thrust. Trace the sight and sound, become an individual stay. Favored, Wave the Open Thrust. And then both of those aren't used, so favored, neutral. Let's go!
Otis, please! You need SP.
Yep, defensive skill to get it on, because she is a tank. Your shield, you are also a tank, Ishmael. Mind Whip.
Honglu, please! Thank you!
God, why do they keep hitting heads? Kos has no response to the idea of a 24/7 maid. I should probably actually look at what they do. Hit in combat, prioritize Honglu, deal damage for HP on self. 70+% HP, they failed. That's not great. The Drifter has a passive of Swig. At 3 stack heal XP, at 5 stack gain attack power and fragile. That's not good at all. Fuck. Okay, so power counter and Wave the Cutthroat Tarn. I'll take these two. Then Otis can't do jack shit apparently. She can clash with this boy. So I guess you will clash with both the Waterfall and Wave the Open Throat. Yeah. Then Roja needs to do nothing apparently. Just kill this dude. Okay. So then Ishii, can you clash with anyone, girl? Yes, you can clash with Waterfall. Barely. Energy Strike is struggling to clash. I won't even try. That's... Oh, wait, actually, I can take one of the front ones. Neutral or Frontal Swirl. Nice. So, I take this with the power counter, and this with the power counter. Then this is countered by Ishii. This one's taken by that. Then Dawn Kill. You have 2 maids and you hate it. Ah, yeah. They're bad maids. They don't wear the uniform. 1, 2, 3. Still don't have much damage. He doesn't have boss health level. He has a decent chunk of health, but not nearly enough to be a boss. Otis, please! Okay, thank you. Thank you, Otis. It's always a pleasure to see you actually win clashes. 1-2. Faded Faith. Almost down. Swiftly Protection beats Open Close Strut. Then Hong Lu. Hong Lu, why? Bud, why are you like this? Okay, there we go. We have enough for representation emitter. Junkerin will clash with that. Those will go in the first two. Struggling, neutral, hopeless, 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 hopeless. Neutral. You don't need to clash with anyone. Power counter against the calming of a builder's state. There's multiple types of maid uniforms. There are multiple different ones. So it honestly depends on which maid uniform you mean. Because some of them are very classy. Which one did I take that from? No one, apparently. Okay, Dawn, can you... Damn it, Dawn! You guys can't take this at all. Can you have a counter skill? That's not good. So, Dawn... We're just gonna have to accept some damage on the Hong... Oh! Oh, yeah, I forgot about your gimmick. We have the open throat cut. Don't let that get on the Hongler. There we go. Representation emitter. Give us SP because we are dying without it. The economy's in shambles. The house knows all outcomes. Slam. Oh, you would have loved... actually, no. It's a pity, but in Kanto 7, there were butlers. They were all called butlers, but for some godforsaken reason, the women were in maid outfits and the men were in butler outfits. They didn't have any woman in suits. It was a disappointment on all levels. It was such a disappointment. If you're gonna call them butlers, at least give them suits. I don't count Josephine. Josephine... Just, no. No. If you're horny for Josephine, I pity you. Yep, with love, yeah. Do and smash. Okay. Roja is online with the Tear Sharpened Sword. Everyone else will go first. Can you take... Yes, you can. Let's see. Comment of a filtered state. Favorite. Die. Heathcliff, can you take anything? No, you can't. Okay, just do some damage to the boy. On use, gain swig equal number of enemies targeting this unit. Actually, take out this dude. Then, magic bullet can fire on way of the open thrust. Ugh, I cannot speak. There we go. Then, Roja on way of the open threat. I cannot speak that name at all. Honglu, what's your... You don't not have enough. Okay. Struggling. Neutral! Something you're neutral to, bud. Thank you. Then, power counter against frontal swirl. Go! It shall be done! Yeah, we need more women in suits. Women in suits is an amazing aesthetic. Love it. Magic bullet fire. Otis, if you will. 1, 2, 3. Oh, stagger! Nice! Oh, yeah, they have women in suits in... Gebra would like to say hello. Bina technically wears a dress. And also just... Han and Malkuth are just... Mwah, perfect. And then there was... I forgot what their name was. The Hana Association director, I think it was, from Runia. That's... HP does not drop below 1. True Decapitation Strike. They want us to use an ego for that. But... Can I use... I don't have enough for Otis's. Yep, Fixers, you... Yeah, 90% of fixers wear suits. Is this favored? This, I can't intercept it. She's the only one who can intercept it. Actually, wait a second. Neutral, if you get to 10, no. No, it wouldn't work. We have to use representation minor. That's our best chance to clash against it. Then 1. Give me the clashes. Fuck you both. Do. No, I don't want to collect that button. Free me. How do I do this? How did I get my mouse stuck like that? Okay, there we go. I didn't know I could do that. The fuck did I get my mouse stuck like that? Wave slash on both. There we go. Oh, god damn it, he won. As long as he did on Faust, I'm fine with it, though. The red mist herself. And Honglu is dead. But that doesn't actually matter, because Dante is right there. Thokray. With Tear Serpent's sword. There we go. Now he drinks. And attacks Honglu. Oh. Oh, it's canon that we lost that. Okay. It's canon that Honglu died there. Neat. Faust is still staggered. Only a single body piece. Magical girl, it is time for you to come out. We have the open throat cut. We have the open cut. Dominating. Otis, the fuck? Can you win any of these clashes? No, you can't. Apparently. Great. Can you? No, you can't. Okay. I just shield it then. You're not going to win that clash no matter what happens. You would have to -8. Baseline of 8. You'd have to hit both, and you're at 27. I do not believe in you at all. In the Lady of Love and Hate, a magical girl arrives. Damn it, didn't make the heads. That heads would have guaranteed a lot more damage because for positive coins, how they work is it's an additive factor, as you can see. So the earlier you get a heads, the better that heads is. Because it's a permanent. Oh, wow, heals on both. 78 damage. I don't think either of them will be staggered, but decent enough. He's in the decently far in the negative SP zone. -45, okay. Except for not. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think the underling is about to die. How did we build a sinking stack? I didn't think we could do that. This team is not built to do that at all, in the slightest. How much swagger do you have? You got the clash power from it, and Podio, that's your panic type. Take more from unopposed, deal more damage with counterattacks. So we can't offset your counterattacks, sadly. That's a lot of stuff. Okay, who can take it? Heathcliff, what's your damage modifiers? Slash fatal, not you. What about you? Slash ineffective, you'll take it. Okay. You want you to go first. Way of the open coat threat. I did not say that name at all. Rapid chance. We want to lose this and take damage. And not you. Waterfall. Can't let you through. Yeah, Heathcliff takes that as well. And then we need one person to kill this dude. Who is unopposed? You are. Okay. So take care of the mini boy. Oh, joy. Thank you, Faust. Your haste is ever helpful with clashes. And now, can't let you through, bud. 1, 2, 3. Next snag. Oh, no. Heath the fleas. Heath the fleas. He just needed to hit a single heads. That's all he needed. Fucking hell. People hidden. Win a single clash. God. Anyway, the last of the minions is dead. What? Were we only killing the minions? Was that our win?
년만 남았다.
Our next. And the last one.
주인도 지키지 못한 죄지.
How strangely confident you are for someone who has failed to protect his master. He doesn't know that the Zero's gonna come back from the death. Well, now that I've claimed young Master Baoyu's life, I should be free to clock out. There's no coming back from a crushed brain. Yeah, there's definitely no coming back from a crushed brain. Real shame. Had he stood under my tutelage, he could have almost matched me in skill. And the intruder disappeared from the room without another word. And after a brief break, I revived the dead sinners. Just who could have possibly sent him?
아까 그 가치오라는 놈이 보낸 거 아니야? 눈빛 여전히 살벌하더만.
It'll be that GeoQ bloke from earlier. He saw that we was glaring at the rich boy. He wasn't the only one glaring daggers at Hong Lu, you know. Everyone was.
야, 괜찮아?
Oi, you alright? If your friend's feeling funny, ask him to turn the clock again.
다시 시계 돌려달라 해.
아니요.
No, it's just that this feels new to me.
원래는 여기서
Whenever I was attacked in here, this building felt so
없이 넓게
infinitely vast.
있었거든요.
This is not the first time he's been assassinated. Well, tried to be assassinated.
그런데 여러분들이
But now that I'm here with all of you, it feels so crowded and alive.
그게 무슨
And
일이야?
that's funny how? Well, I can imagine he's saying that he's happy we got her back, to paraphrase. Hong Lu seems somewhat actually happy, or he's making a joke.
많이 나아진 것 같다. 나도.
That is a
그러고 보니까
fucking change of scenery. What the hell is down
이제
here?
가오를 내려준 아이가 없어졌지.
Oh. Oh no.
관리를
Zyren,
맡아줬으니까.
enter something. What is down here? This is... I recognize this. This is the H-Corp ruins from Vina's flashback. Yeah, this is the H-Corp ruins from Vina. It goes... What the fuck? Why does it go that far? Yeah, this is the H-Corp... You're fucking kidding me. You're fucking kidding me. The umbrella that I used to just constantly talk down to Vina because, like, why the fuck was she under that ratty of an umbrella? The rain was getting in her tea. You can make a better umbrella, girl. What the fuck are you doing? The umbrella I constantly ratted on about, like, why the fuck is she in that umbrella? It looks so bad. It's still here. The fuck? Okay, so back in L Corp, during Bina's relationship things, we get a flashback to right before she went after L Corp and killed a bunch of them. Right before that, she was dealing with H Corp. This is H Corp. She had completely killed everyone inside the building and done something with it. We're not certain why or what she did. But she had completely killed everyone. And then she was just sitting here, sipping her tea while it rained, looking on as those desperate to survive killed each other, even though all of them were destined to die by her hand anyway. Yeah, to anger an arbiter is to enrage the closest thing the city has to a god. No, Coz, I would say to enrage an arbiter is to enrage an angel. God is the head. They're his heavenly host, and you don't want them to be called to war. Yep. 8-18, Zyren, or Immortal, I think. I think that's what that means, at least.
도련님, 떠나기 전에
Young master, I have brewed some newer tea. Will you imbibe some before departing?
안 마시겠다고 해놓고는
No way, Hong Lu. Remember the envelope we received yesterday was torn open? Refuse it.
믿어서는 안 된다고.
He's going to say yes.
저는 괜찮아요.
I'm okay. I'd love some tea, Zyren. Thank you.
네, 도련님,
Yes, young master. Honglu sips Zyron's tea.
그러다가 혹시나
Hey, that tea could be poisoned.
잘못하면
I know we have Dante here, but you're being too
아무리
reckless.
대수가 계신다 해도 너무
Ah,
당황하잖아요.
they would never have said that in one of the previous cantos. They're actually going to like Dante and trying to avoid pointless deaths because they bring him pain too.
단테님이 계셔서
I wasn't being reckless on account of having Dante around. If I was, and if it really had been poisoned, I would be needlessly hurting Dante in the process. As I just said.
그저
I just...
수빈이 이렇게 무뚝뚝하게 되었어.
Even if she's become a lot less friendly,
신인체니까
Zyren's still Zyren.
거라고
So,
생각했어요.
I thought it would be okay. He still has a little hope for the one who raised him. That's when I realized that Zyren's odd change of character was reminiscent of those we'd seen earlier in the back streets of District 8. Zyren went through a lot of revivals, didn't she? Oh. She died over and over during assassinations on Honglu. And this has taken a toll on her mental state. The Book of Revelation, the number of 12 is associated with angels. Yeah, just like the angry baby decides 12 your agents and decides those are now mine. Goodbye. They will kill everyone you love.
맞아요.
Yes,
제 가장
she's my closest maidservant, so she was on the most expensive version of life insurance. So when you say Zyren's still Zyren, you mean that her memories are intact? Yep, life insurance doesn't actually decay your memory,
자체를 건드리지는
only your ability to express.
하지만 점점
But still, you'll slowly
풍화되어 간다고
erode away, like a stone weathering versus gusts and rainstorms. The memory shrinks and shrinks, slowly losing its definition,
흐려지고
until the form itself is lost.
마침내 아, 한때
It only leaves the faint sensation that the stone was once there, until it was no more.
하지만 저
But I
그 느낌만이
hope that faint sensation remains a warm remembrance to Zyren, at least.
좋겠어요.
Zyren quietly cleared away the tea set. We could not tell if she had heard Honglu, or if she cared at all if she did. Yeah, Dante is the main character of the PM game. They are going to crash out. L Corp was the story of someone uncrashing out the hardest they could be, so they could become as good of a person as they could have been. Runia is the story of people both crashing out and recovering from it. So maybe Dante already crashed out and he's going to recover, or he's going to recover via crashing out. Yeah, Ian's crash out was the blast radius was measured massively, and same with Angela and Rollins. They all killed a lot of people. Regardless, we left to do our job and made our way to the Panaquin that was waiting to take us to the round 2 venue.
사활을 건 전쟁을 앞두고 있을 때
When marching out to meet your foes in a deadly war, normally most sinners would have laughed Otis off for being overdramatic, but today they were all listening intently to her every word. We've already had several close run-ins with the candidates and their factions, and even the formidable Haisho pack. Those experiences were more than enough to convince us that this was the time to take her seriously.
추적의 정보에 대해 알아내는
We must first learn as much as possible about our primary foe,
우리에게 제일
the
위험한
one that poses us the greatest threat, if you will, Jia Quinn.
가치요.
That is Zia Q.
그자에 대해 아는
So,
대로
let's test everything we've learned about that individual so far.
잘린 사람의 목을 들고
Well, we know that he has problems with bloodying his own hands. Remember how he grabbed those decapitated heads?
저희와 시춘식
And we know that he has tried to ensure that both our team and Z-Tunes wouldn't participate in the family hierarch war.
자로라는 강한 흡수, 자궁이라는
We are also aware that he's flanked by Zilu, a mighty Heisho, and Zigong, a strategist.
더군다나 어제 보낸 자격도 그
And it seems that he was the one who sent the assassins from last night too, right?
네.
Yeah,
여러모로
we know that he's definitely wary of us, so he should also stay on the guard.
아시다시피 이곳 대관원은
As we all know by now,
예전부터
Dagyuan is led by 4 ancient and great houses: the Jia, the Shi, the Zhu, and the Wang.
왕시의 내 가문들이 이끄는 곳이 제가 태어난
Ever since the times before my own birth, this place was a den of political intrigue, a jungle where every single misstep could spell your death.
4대 가문
Today, the Jia family holds the most power and influence among the 4,
그 덕에 저는
which means that I was at the top of the world, afforded a life of luxuries and leisure, the kind of envious life that everyone looks up to and aspires to attain.
그리고 치우 형님은
But Big Brother Q, he...
그 바닥 있었어요.
He was beneath even the rock bottom of the same world.
바닥? 무언가
Rock bottom?
비유요?
A metaphor for aught, perhaps.
비유가 아니라면 바닥 아래
If it isn't, I presume he was implying someone pushed Zichu to the depths.
네. 많은 손들이 벼랑
Yes,
끝으로 밀어냈으니까.
many hands pushed him towards the cliff until there was no more room for him to hold back up to, until his only remaining choice was to plummet. Brother Q is the last surviving descendant of the annihilated Kong family. Yet his surname was Jia, was it not?
어머니 쪽이
His mother was from the Kong family. Ah, how...
아마도 그 사람
My hand was probably one of the many that pushed him off the cliff.
저는
I don't think you're the kind of person to do something like that, Hong Lu.
애써 덮어주시지 않았다.
No need to make excuses for me.
할머니와 어르신
Envy and jealousy came about from my grandmother and the elders' favoritism.
따라온 것이고, 까마득히 높은 건물이
And where there is a zenith, so exists a nadir.
안 생기는 거 숨어들어도
Hiding won't let me get away from it, so I'm going to accept it.
생각이랍니다.
Hong Lu remained placid throughout that entire reveal, as though he was making some innocent commentary about what the weather and the clouds going by. In fact,
엄지와 붙어먹은
watch out for the ones working with the thumb, too. It was Ryoshu who appeared more agitated than he was. The thumb? Oh, that walking brick shithouse of earlier? Oh my god, I fucking love that she said that. Amazing, Ishmael never change. Li Heng. You're weirdly worried, Ryoshu. Don't you usually just...
강할까?
It's because he's powerful. Yeah, remember back in Canto 5? The instant she saw Ricardo approach us, she gave up. Silence descended in the Platyquin.
류슈가 누구 보고
Has,
수준이 강하다고
Ryoshu ever called anyone straight up powerful before? No one replied. Everyone is terrified of someone Ryoshu considers powerful. There we go. We still haven't reached part 2? The fuck? 8-19, Lin Dayu. We're almost over a third of the way through. How have we not reached part 2?
감도하였습니다.
We've arrived at the venue for the second round of evaluation. We found ourselves at some kind of deep subterranean area with multiple lifts installed inside it. Some contestants were already rising on those lifts. Most of them had elected to remain down here to quietly and fervently discuss their strategies. As for us, we were slowly getting used to our presence drawing the attention of every single person in the room the moment we entered. Ricardo is our, basically Team Rocket. That's what he feels like at this point. And I kind of hope that it continues being that.
참가자분들은
Contestants must now each board their lifts and ascend.
위로
Well then, should we get going too? I feel like we're drawing way too much attention, so let's... But we were stopped by a voice calling us.
오라버니
It's the other girl. It's the other girl in Hong Lu's flashbacks. The one who told him told him to gather his petals, and that was there with Jia Ling. Millie song gets cut off by EDM. I want that to happen now. That sounds like it would be hilarious. Bao Chai's clan, so the Wu clan. Big brother Bayu. Ah,
대요.
Bayu.
그간 안녕하셨나요?
Have you been well? I'd seen a child who looked just like her a few times in Hong Lu's memories. I remember her beaming at Hong Lu as she made a mound of petals with one hand. But now, she looked out on him without a discernible motion, a spear in the very same hand.
대요.
Dayu,
네가 가주대전에 참여하고
I didn't think you'd be participating in the family hierarchy war.
잊으셨나요, 오라버니?
Have you forgotten that my family cannot exist unless we are in service of greater houses?
누군가의 밑에 있어야만 건사할 처지였어요. 지금은
I am but a blade serving a clan from the Zhu family.
그렇구나.
I see. For Big Sis Bao Chai's family.
네.
Yes. I will be fighting in the service of others to the last of my days.
다른 사람을 위해 싸우다 죽게 되겠죠.
Ah, Dayu. Oh, Honglu seems to have emotion about her. Interesting. Honglu took a step towards her, but she raised her hand and pushed him away. It was not a threat, but her gesture carried such implicit resoluteness that it brought Honglu to a stop. Dayu, I'll be departing Donghyuan soon. The elders have commanded me to leave here and experience more of the world. You're leaving Donghyuan? So you leave me now? Still refusing to illuminate me about the truths about that day. Why? Why would you stop smiling like that? Then I hope you never come back here again.
한때는 정답게 지내는 인연이었지만
Yeah.
모든 건
Honglu had someone engage with him. But he said that was Bao Chai. Was that supposed to be Lin Dayu? We shared an intimate bond once, yet all's for naught.
지금은 하늘에도 땅에도 얽매이며
I am unbound by the heavens, unbound by the dirt.
이 마음엔
Still lies this heart of mine now, with emptiness wrought.
남아있지 않아요. 꽃이 필 때는 그
Oh my god. Oh my god. That is a fucking classic. Acts as engaged with Link and actually loves Z. Yeah, because he does seem to get actually emotional about Lin Dayu. And we have never seen him actually emotional about anyone else. A blossom may be lovely now, but its wilting sharpens the blade of woe, the blade of hurt. Our meeting never should have come to pass. Actually, no, that was quiet. Our meeting should have never come to pass. You always say things are so difficult and so saddening to hear.
제 장례는 일찌감치
My own funeral was held long ago, and now, having met you for the final time,
부디
when we meet our ends here,
서로 죽을 때는 형체도 남지 않게 되는 한 줄기의 연기가 되어
may we each become a lone thread from the smoke, to be scattered to the winds. Yeah, OG book is some Game of Thrones political power plays and betrayals. It has like 400 characters. Yeah, I looked up an overview before this started, and it's fucking dense. And Honglu is... Wait a goddamn second. Now I'm thinking of it, I'm pretty sure Lin Dayu was his love interest in Dream of the Red Chamber. Yeah. Also, the Kanto is driving Xana insane. Apologies, Xana. With that, Dayu walked away from us. Looks like I forgot to introduce her to everyone.
어렸을
Dream of the Red Chamber, the book Honglu was from.
지금은 보다시피
It's one of the 5 classics of Chinese literature. She's someone with whom I had a brief connection in their childhood. Well, I guess our reunion was made under pretty unfavorable circumstances.
누군가의 호의로 이곳에 와
That she has come here in service of another candidate means that we'll be enemies to the next time we meet. Yiseng trailed off without vocalizing that sentiment. Inside,
인연이란 건
connections are such fickle things after all.
그러니까요.
Honglu muttered with a faint hint of loneliness as they entered the grand lift, enclosed by full pillars. Okay, he cares about her. He is showing actual emotion, other than simply smiling for her. The lift rises ploddingly. When I looked down, I could see the other candidates, still waiting for their lifts, looking up at us, the candidates whose fates may or not be intermingle with our own in this battle. Jiabaoyu! Hello, Jupan. You'll never leave this place alive! No matter what it takes, we'll cut off your head, no matter what it takes! Someone screams bitterly from beneath us, but the lift does not stop.
홍루군,
Young Honglu,
우리가 앞으로 만나게 될
are we to be the battle villains henceforth in this quest? But to them, we are the villains.
있죠? 그렇다면
Then, are they to be evil in our eyes? It's a distinction without a difference.
되리네요.
분명한 건
Well, whichever is the case, I'm pretty sure that
적과 아군을
trying to draw a clear line between enemies and allies won't mean much. Hose really hates Zupan. I wonder why. It seems that we finally arrived at our destinations at the lift slow down. We were greeted by a sight that at first glance appeared as though it belonged outside, but we still clearly within the confines of Hongyuan. Yep, there's a ceiling there. And there it is! The fucking ratty umbrella and chair that she once sat in. Yeah, Kos is always like this. If you want to tease her, you just gotta do this. Set his blows ablaze, turn the rat into flame, let the ashes rest upon the heavens. Da-da-dun! The chair!
Wait for it. Just wait for it. There it is. That's all you gotta do. Underneath this blue sky were two metal gates leading into a massive looming structure. Red lights flickered honestly around the building.
이 넓은 공간을
Looks like that created this huge place just look at the outside. Can't even fathom how much money they must have poured into this project.
가주 심사 2차전.
Family hierarchy evaluations round 2. A disembodied voice echoed from the speakers with a buzz.
시작.
Begins now? They are a wing. They can do this. The door to the lift that carried us up here closes shut. Oh, I finally recognize where we are.
와본 적
You've been here before?
여기는
This place is
옛날에 공식
the site of the former H-Corp that was once headed by the Kong family.
아직 그때의 상처가
This place still bleeds from the wounds made then.
또 덮어지려나요?
I wonder if we will be spilling fresh blood over them today. We are surrounded by the loud and crowded bustle of a teeming audience. Is Hong Lu smiling still, as he always has since our first meeting? I turn around to face him, only to see a much younger Hong Lu. The deep sorrow in the child's eyes was about to overflow, as if he were ready to burst into tears. And that is the end of part 1. Wow, they set me up perfectly. Ooh, nice. I'm sorry, that's a dungeon? A dungeon before the finale? That's allowed? Huh? Mid-Canto dungeon jump scare. The fuck? Didn't expect that. Yeah, jump scare. And fucking, I still cannot believe that it's still here. Yeah, and that will most likely be all for tonight. I will enter the dungeon, like open it up and pay the price. Every other payment screenshot is either night, dark, or nighttime. Yep, we'll enter, see the beginning story, and then the stream will be over. Yep, we'll use my A team. Also, I can up-tie for a couple of them. Should I up-tie for any of them? There's Yi Sang, Pequod Harpooner, Monu Shao Grip, W Corp Cleanup Agent, Lady Ninja Mentor, Gregor, R Corp Pack Reindeer. Which one should I up-tie for? Because I have enough thread and I have enough shards for pretty much all of them. Dawn is already up-tie for Kos. Both of her identities. Both Manager and Lobotomy Ego. I'm not giving her another up-tie 4 before I give everyone else. There is no up-tie 5 yet, Kos. That's only happening for egos. They're considering it for egos. They're not talking about anything about up-tie 5 for regular IDs yet, just egos. So, which one should I up-tie? The first person to say something in chat is what I'm going to do it, other than one that's already up-tied. So if you have an opinion, voice it now. No, it's just dark is good for storytelling, and we're mostly inside in a lot of the cantos. Sinclair deserves more suffering. Okay, the one who shall grip, up-tie. There we go. Okay, let's go.
불로 정화하고 깨끗한 세계를 세우라.
God, I don't want that to be that much.
서러워하는
Yep, we'll start this.
장례 지내는
Oh, the garden sorrow bearer, lamenter at the flower funeral.
꽃갈기 홀로
Flower rake in hand, the teardrops in eyes.
빈 가지 뿌려지는
You carve
날에는
blood-stained tears up upon branches of floral.
어젯밤 뜰 밖에서
I heard yesternight from the garden a song of grief,
그것은 꽃 넉과
an elegy for a flower, and a bird departing,
가는 봄이 안타까워도
availed not to hold the parting spring.
그 수많은 울음소리
Surrendered I became, heeding to the endless woe sans relief. The surrendered witnessing. That's a bird in his eye. That's a weird bird reflected in that eye. You understand now, child. There's nothing you can do. Thus, in the silent, windless sands, stood only desolate ruins of a building swept through and thoroughly destroyed by a brutal, unstoppable force that was determined to leave nothing in its wake. Remember the day ruin came to the Kong family, who have brought this destruction upon themselves through their grave transgressions. To violate the laws of Huang Yuan is no tragedy. As such, it warrants no pity, only humiliation and scorn. The site of history stands as a monument to the inevitability of karma. Yep, there are things worse in this world than what the Wings can dream of. Well, no. Probably no. The Wings can dream of a lot of really horrible shit. But worse than L-Corp can dream of. That, I will say, is true.
그렇다면 여기가
So, this
멸문했다던 공 씨가
is the annihilated Kong family's building.
Ishmael asked Hong Lu, having read the plaque on the building.
네, 맞아요.
Yes, it is.
지금은 사용하지 않는
And it's no longer in use.
그렇다면
So, everyone inside in the building must have been...
전부 도대체 어떤
What?
죄를 지었길래
What kind of transgression could they possibly have committed to deserve to be destroyed like this? One against the head.
이만한 건물이 뿌리째 폐허가 되었다는 건
If there is something to lay waste to a building of such magnitude, which shows totality, it cannot have been a mere strife between syndicates and fixers.
사건이 있었을 테지.
Something must have happened here. Nothing less of a war to leave these ruins behind. Then, in the middle of all the chaotic cries, someone shouted, "It's a beast. A big, scary monster that lives in the black, dusky forest."
맞아요. 아무리
You're right.
똥이라고 하더라도
It was unusual, even for the city.
풍경은 아닐 거예요. 머리가 이곳에 왔어.
And that's because the head was here. Hong Lu replies like it was the most obvious answer to a complicated question.
머리
The head.
금기를 어겼고
So the Kong family
공씨 사람들
broke a taboo. Yep, the Kong family broke a taboo of the head, and so they were wiped out in an instant.
그다음엔 청소부
And the sweepers came to clean up anything that was left behind, to erase any sign of whatever it was that violated the taboo. The head must really be a terrifying entity if the mere mention of it could cause the sinners to shrink so much, as they were ambling aimlessly with its revelation.
2차 심사까지 올라오신 후보자
Welcome to round 2 of evaluation, brave contestants! Yeah, the sweepers obeyed the head. A disembodied but sonorous and excited voice broke the silence through the speakers.
공정성에 대한 여러
As there were numerous complaints regarding the possible partiality issues of their previous host, please understand that I will be taking over as the host with the start of the second round. Looks like this Jia Zhang got kicked off from the host seat.
자, 잠깐.
Oi,
저기 위에
hold on a minute. Up there, are they? That's an audience. Ah,
구경꾼이냐?
don't tell me we got a live audience. What initially appeared to be a dilapidated rooftop was revealed to be where the spectator seats were installed. They were filled to the brim, to the point where I couldn't spot a single empty seat.
의자까지 설치된 것으로
It would be reasonable to assume that they're indeed spectators, considering the way the seats are arranged.
1차 심사에서 소란이 있긴 했지만
There were some unfortunate troubles in the first round, yeah, but hey, this is their once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to watch the family hierarchy evaluation live in person. Is it worth it or what? Of course they charge premium for the seats. It's the city.
보기 드문 행사인 만큼
We wanted to give as many people as possible the opportunity to witness this history in the making. You can't see it, but I'm making all sorts of hand gestures. Alrighty then, before we really get the game rolling, please give the contestants a round of applause and cheers! Let them really meet this challenge as their best selves! Sinclair has the trauma, but his Kanto was the third one, so he didn't really develop like at all during it, just like Gregor and Roja. Yeah! Oh, the mackerel! What a shit show.
우리가 밑에서 세
They're sitting on their asses popping popcorn in their mouths. What? Oh, it's stuck shitting bricks down here.
아마 내기판도 열렸을
Ah,
거예요.
I'm sure they've been placing bets all night.
저희에게 거신 분은
Though I doubt many of them bet on us.
전부 후회하게 해주지.
They'll regret that.
이거
By the way, we're still indoors, right? Didn't we descend deep into a basement, even if we did ride a lift upward? How come there's a blue sky above us?
밖으로 나온 것 같은 느낌인데요.
Hongnu explained that we're still within the subterranean area of Hongyuan, but most of the sinners were having a hard time believing that with the pale blue sky above them. I can see the wall over there, so I can believe it.
홍원에 사는 부유한 자들
Though this is but a practice limited to the affluence class of Hongyuan, many have taken to installing artificial environments within their rooms. In fact, there are several buildings within Dongyuan decorated in much the same manner.
네.
Yes, the road taken to visit the elders is similarly decorated. Always so sunny and green,
바깥보다도
and it feels more like the outside than the actual outside.
달라요?
So, what's that? I realized that what Roji was looking at was a parasol. It was installed in such a random place that I doubted it was actually there for anyone to sit under. Yep, that's Vina's parasol.
아,
Oh,
저건
that's a parasol.
파란색이에요.
I know what a parasol is, alright? I'm asking what that old thing is doing there all on its own. Hongyu tilted his head, thinking.
발톱을 이끌고
A real
있는
big shot who brought the claws watched the whole thing from that seat.
걸 지켜보고 있었거든요.
Vina.
그러니
Or Garon.
생각해보니
The four houses left the parasol there because
이유는 길이길이 기억하는
they wanted it to be a lasting reminder, a warning for the remaining houses too.
경고 기억?
A reminder? A reminder for what?
허락되지 않은
That we
것은
mustn't seek what is not permitted to us. Sinner was already at Uptai 3. Uptai 3 is where the story goes. Uptai 4 is simply a boost in stats.
분수에 맞게 살다
That we should know our place, live the life we deserve, and part from this world the way we deserve,
이라고
said the
어르신들이
elders.
말씀해 주셨답니다. 이제 들어갈까요?
Shall we enter now? While we all gaped about that like fish out of the water in this unfamiliar environment, Honglu casually walked ahead of us into the building like he was out on a mundane stroll. I know you said you heard it all from the family elders, but, you saw everything that happened here, didn't you? All of it. Honglu paused, then turned around.
네.
Yes, I
아무도
probably did.
모르겠습니다.
He bore witness. I'm starting to have less and less idea of what his smile really means. And that will be all the story. Memory of the Kong family annihilation. Honglu's level rises to 55. Honglu's uptime and Threadsman tiers rise to tier 4. There we go. And that will be all of the main story for today. Wanted that as a teaser. And before I leave,
밤이 되었지만
are there any identities you all want me to uptie? I have Sinclair's Solemn Lament ready. Let's see. Any other stories? Sinclair Solemn Lament. Anyone else? Not Merceau. Nope. Heathcliff? Nope. Not Kurokuma Mechanic Captain. We already saw that. Roja DSE Association. Yep. So Yisang with Lobotomy Corp. Roja with the Ecchi. No. Otis as a Wuthering Heights chief butler in that goddamn suit. Or Gregor as a G Corp manager corporal. So, Yisang with L Corp. Roja with the Dietchi. Otis with Wuthering Heights Manor. And Gregor with G Corp. Which uptie story will we finish the stream off with? That's an Otis. Wuthering Heights Chief Butler, Otis. Uptie 1. Uptie 2. Ah, a gift beneficious to the manor. I shall most graciously accept her offering. Identity Uptide. There's his face. I have prepared the tea as you requested. There's a chill in the manor. Please imbibe the tea before it cools. The child placed the cup on the table with such graceful dexterity that it barely made any noise. There wasn't even the infinitesimally small clatter of the teacup against the saucer. Her politely folded hands and slightly bent back did not even flinch from its fixed position. None of this may mean much to someone who's so used to receiving such top-notch service, but anyone who's not would realize something after a quick glance at the child's service. That this child was a highly trained butler. No, I must leave your side and plan for the reception of the guests scheduled to arrive today. Please pardon my absence. The child bowed courteously at the quiet man,
who was fully absorbed in reading the paper in his hands. She walked backward towards the door and exited the corridor. Her movement was smooth and continuous, not allowing even the smallest squeak as she closed the door on her way out. Ah, Chief Butler, Lady Otis. There was another child waiting for her in the corridor. Faust. I trust that the preparations for the guest reception is going smoothly. She nodded as though she was already expecting to see the other child waiting for her on the other side of the door, and began walking down the corridor. It seemed that the two had been working together for a while. The other child caught up to the child in a most natural, gliding gait. Everything that Chief Butler Lady Otis has ordered has been carried out. Every item entrusted to the Deviot has also been delivered without delay. They are all ready to be used for tonight's banquet. As competent as always. But I will not spare you any compliments, Faust. You must understand why, yes? From a certain perspective, the child's words and expression appeared rather harsh, but the other child's nondescript expression did not change. Perhaps all this was merely routine to her. Yes, such perfection is expected from butlers of the Wuthering Heights, bound to this land. Yes, besides, the child continued, adjusting her monocle. As one of the butlers in service of her mistress, it would be shameful to deserve anything but the utmost excellence. That is fully understood. Very good. I will make sure that the mistress hears of your devotion. This mistress that the child was talking about had been dead for a long, long time, but she acted as though her voice still echoed in her ears. Her attitude was too bizarre to be mere devotion to the dead, too earnest to be an attempt to retain the memory of the departed. It was as though she was holding regular conversations with the long-dead mistress. Every butler under her command knew that there was something strange about this whole affair, but no one dared to question her, because that was the kind of respect a chief butler had commanded. The other child mused about the same as she followed from behind. I hear that the chief butler has contacted us. You must be referring to Chief Butler Lady Ryoshu, who left to serve the Edgar family. It has been a while since she left this manor. No need to stick with the honorifics. Chief Butler Ryoshu tells us that the hunt for the wolf is nigh. So, the stray hound returns as a wolf, returning the sully Wuthering Heights in her honorable mistress's name once again. Good! It saves me the trouble of venturing out of this place in search of this beast. The child's eyes narrowed. Do you have a problem with that? It is known to us that the wolf was once a very close acquaintance of the mastermind of this hunt, Ryoshu of the Edgar family. Faust is concerned that such emotions may cloud her strategies. Not even Faust has experienced this particular circumstance before. It's simple. The other child was speaking rather anxiously, but the child dismissed her concerns with a light scoff. I have no love for someone who abandoned this land in favor of her master, but a chief butler is a chief butler still. She is not the kind of person to be hung up on old kinships in matters such as important as this, no. She will remain fully loyal to the hunt because it is something that she must see to its end. Perhaps it will inspire an even greater dedication in her. Understood. As the conversation drew to a natural close, the stairs ended and opened up to the manor's grand entrance. It was filled with rows upon rows of butlers waiting for her orders. Interesting. What is all this for? Uninvited guests have arrived prior to the banquet. The butlers stand ready to meet the interlopers. Very well. Let us use this opportunity as a warm-up before the hunt. The child stood tall before the rows of butlers. There was a group of outsiders standing outside the manor, their garbs indicating rather clearly that they did not belong here. Not that it was any of their child's concern. I apologize for the delayed reception, dear strangers. Though it may be rather discourteous of me to advise you this, I must inform you that this manor is currently not receiving any uninvited guests. The butlers began preparing for combat the moment the child finished her sentence. The child wrapped up the civiette she had been carrying over her fist, and muttered, Now, dear uninvited guests, vacate the premises, if you will. And that will be all for today. We have made it to Canto 8 Part 2. Thank y'all for being here. There are a lot more than usual, so I can't remember all your names. But I'll pull up Twitch and see who shows up and thank y'all by your usernames. Twitch, and go to my channel. Yes, Dawn, I know you are tired, but your friend has asked for help. So, currently, according to Twitch, thank you, Arcos Dawn, Mersault number 5, and Xana XV. Oh yeah, I was going for the full list though. That is who Twitch says is here currently. And thank you, Violin, over on YouTube, because I can still see your messages. Thank y'all for coming. It's been a pleasure sharing this with y'all. I will be back on Tuesday with Blue Archive. We will be doing Volume 2, Chapter 1, and more mobile talks, because the mobile talks are so goddamn many of them. See you later. Oh, actually, no, first. Have a good night, good evening, good time, good whatever time it is for you. See you later, and have a good time. Bye.